There we go.
Okay, we are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as.
Carrick Marsh.
We have Kronos as.
Shucks and Rotscala.
We have Hadden as.
Tilda.
We have Marcus as.
Corvus Ottohaus.
We have Semi as.
Gifton Brockgren.
We have Tobias as.
I'm dying tonight, Caspia P.S. Steelshot.
No.
That's a good song title, I like it. And you got me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give the recap?
I can do it. If nobody else wants to do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Also, Toby, I will be giving you this. Please accept. Because I'm gonna be getting a new one.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
That
cool.
puts Toby over the cap, by the way.
Oh, does it? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Toby has regular
All
standards.
right, Toby, give one of yours to Corvus. I don't know. I messed up. I thought Toby had the other kind. Whoops, my bad. All right, so last week on Survivors of Tarnstead, the group continued their adventures back in time. We are in the ancient past of Zaha, and one of what we assume is probably the capital city. Our characters really don't know shit about the history of Zaha. We continued with Cassiopeia being in the temple to Hea, having just come out with Corvus and Gifton, the group splitting up into a smaller setup where Corvus and Gifton went to the library, air quote, where the scrolls are, and Cassie went up for training. Gifton and Corvus started reading various scrolls. Corvus became completely enamored with what he was reading and was copying things very fervently, being very focused, like Corvus do, and wasn't really paying attention to anything that Gifton was up to. Gifton, a little bit more free floaty when she reads, likes to check things out, started checking out some of the other scrolls, see if there's anything else interesting to read about, and had an interesting conversation with Zara, the turtle scribe keeper there, who is one of the traveler race. She's one of the turtles, and she briefly had an interesting conversation with Gifton and ended up revealing that she is an aspect of, I'm going to use that word, she's an aspect of the dreamer, and she was communicating for the dreamer briefly and scared the shit out of Gifton and gave her a scroll that was from a traveler from Lalasil's land. Gifton was really amused that tried to get a hold of Corvus. Corvus was too busy reading, and the dreamer shooed her away from continuing to contact him. And they ended up having a nice little conversation, gave Dreamer a hug, whatever, told Corvus, talked to Corvus about maybe his eyes aren't working. Corvus had a brief panic attack. Gifton said, hey, we should go get a hold of everybody. They should know about the streamer shit. And that's where those two ended. Meanwhile, I believe Telde went on a wonderful journey around town, wherein which he met a group of gnolls that are trying to get the blessings of Hea and an audience with the priestesses of Hea. And he seemed like he had a really great time learning stories from various people in the guard, learning from the gnolls, and hearing their plight and wanting to go communicate for them, which was great. I realized I oversimplified what Telde did, but Telde honestly got a lot of information, and it was great.
Pretty accurate.
Shaxan and Carrick, meanwhile, were basically helping Talal for a little bit. Talal was helping out with, there was some sort of disease or infection or something like that needed help with basically cultivating some very poisonous root to make medicine. They were briefly asked to help kind of shuck the roots and stuff like that to make them safe. And then Talal apologized that he wouldn't be able to stay around to do anything today, but he had to go run off to the north, the gate, and go help abroad. And he said, just take the day and go have some fun in town. Carrick and Shax went to the market like you do. Carrick started looking at cute, adorable animals because that's where his mind goes. Shax started looking at cool various magical components and parts and just generally taking in the scenery. Carrick ended up making friends with the animal trainer that the party had previously met, unbeknownst to her, and also Carrick, I didn't know actually knew if that Karana was the same person, and made a better deal for purple worms, and also some guard drakes and fennec and
Quail.
a quail, and I don't know what else you bought, and then
only
has
bought
an
the
agreement to
fennec
take,
so far.
take the money and go do that. Meanwhile, Shaxan made a interesting connection with a strange mage merchant who had various little bits and bobs that weren't that impressive, but there was a really interesting paradoxal type that's a box that probably shouldn't be opened and might be from Hellraiser, I don't know, but it sounds like Shax is going back to buy it, and he had a pretty good time. The party got regathered together as a result of Gifton hearing wait, Gifton already told everybody about the angel thing, so she already told about that. Then Cassie had a very long conversation with the priestess of Hea. She unfortunately let a lot of things slip that she didn't mean to, and in trying to cover it up or to mend it, she let more things slip. And then she did reveal that she was a Nephilim, and she asked the priestess to not go bother Hea. I've had to make too many friends forget me today. I don't want to ask you to forget me. And the priestess, realizing that I believe Cassie seemed very panicked and upset about what their conversation was, told her, hey, why don't you take a day and come back to me, but come back to me. A guilty party won't come back to me, and then sent Cassie away, leaving Cassie in this kind of weird state of not knowing what was going on. The rest of the party not knowing what was going on. Gifton got a hold of Carrick and Shax saying, hey, we should meet up. I need to tell you guys about some Dreamer stuff. As they were leaving, they ran into Cass and Telde. Gifton grabbed them up and said, hey, let's grab you guys too, because we're going to go to the Temple of the Sphinx, trade out the gem. They all walk over there. Gifton hurriedly tells stuff about the gem thing. Telde briefly tells us that he needs to go talk to a priestess about the gnolls. Gifton says, well, why don't we get the money changed out first? Blah, 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 blah. Then Razem, the tall, beautiful, attractive, muscled, blue-eyed, adorable, sweet, gentle, and kind blacksmith drow that Gifton had made friends with. I mentioned she's attractive, and she came out and was very excited to see. Well, she wasn't really excited to see Gifton. That would be putting a little too much onto it. She was surprised to see Gifton, or Trixie, and then Gifton was immediately like, "Oh, I need to go off with this person," and she was like, "No, I have business." And Gifton was like, "Oh," and she's like, "Maybe I'll come see you later." And she was like, "Hey, here's my number. Call me maybe."
Call me maybe.
Yeah, and then she left, leaving Gifton wondering, is she gonna call me?
This is crazy.
Yeah, and then we went inside. We talked briefly with the temple people. Gifton brought up her arrow and her paper because she had been told by Shax and Carrick that she shouldn't have been leaving shit around. And we changed out the gem. We got 12,000 gold equivalent for our 10,000 gold gem because they weren't sure how to appraise it. We got the breakdown, which is in chat, which nobody corrected me on and said to do it anything differently. So, I guess that's what it is, unless somebody wants to make a last minute adjustment, but that's where the money ended up. And then I think we all stepped outside of the Temple of the Sphinx, getting prepared to go do whatever it was that we were going to do. And that's where we ended off.
Okay.
Literally, we're stepping outside.
Right. Right.
To get us.
Right.
There we go. Okay, yes, you go ahead and draw yourself inspiration.
I do standard inspiration.
Nibble on it a bit.
Let's see what it is.
Make sure it's not a play immediately.
Oh no, it's actually a really good one. It's a really good one, but it's not play immediately. Gain advantage on the next d20 roll, or immediately re-roll a d20 another creature just rolled. This is important.
Ooh.
I like this one.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. All right. So yes, you had stepped outside the Sphinx Temple. You'd gotten your gems changed out, had your nice little chat, and you find yourselves sort of idling there briefly.
I should probably take care of the
Yes, to make sure you
stuff.
get the purchases, and maybe you can look into how much is it going to be for the animals for transporting.
Yes,
we're
I
going to
will.
need a cart. Can we get by with hand carts, or are we going to need a large beast of burden? How much is this going to be?
I will speak with Karana. She
We can find out.
offered to assist
Alright,
with
I
that.
think the two of you should stay together since you were already together on this, and we should not add more people if we can avoid it.
I was on my own. I am channeling the wrong voice there.
I was in the general area as well, so we may as well stick together since I have business in the area anyways.
Yeah,
I can go.
and we do have the general information about the purple worms as it is
Yes, we
studied
have.
for.
If you want, I could come with you, and I have a bit of information on it.
She has not met you yet, so that may be something good to do.
Yes, and I have been studying, so I would know some of the things I could say to her. So, but you said that she already took her trust that you will learn and you will be okay with it.
Yes, she seems satisfied with myself.
All right. Well, then maybe I should not add more people to the mess. I could really just probably I don't know. Maybe I should stay at the tavern or something. What did you want to do, Corvus and Cassie? And well, Torde, you want to go back to the temple, right?
Yes, I needed to speak to a priestess or someone on behalf of the gnolls.
Okay. So did you want anybody to go with you, or are you going to go by yourself?
It is up to you.
Well,
I would welcome company, but I do not need it.
What? Did Jackson and Carrick explain why they're here? Like the Talal had to go somewhere.
I don't recall them
don't
saying.
remember right.
So are you done with what Talal needed for you all to understand? Are we good?
He is out for the day. He had to run off. There was. Did he say there was a sickness?
Yes.
There was a sickness in another town, another area that they were dealing with.
He said he would be back for tomorrow. Believed.
Oh, I am sorry
Alright.
to hear that. I wish we could help, but I guess we probably shouldn't, right?
We helped him prepare.
We shouldn't be direct help.
We should not be directly helping. We can do little things though. But it is well. Like I said, Torde, I could go with you. I don't mind being over there with you, but I could do whatever. What did you want to do with the rest of your day, Cassie? You are done training?
Yeah, things didn't go well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And also, I would suggest avoiding the temple right now.
What happened?
It's a bit of a
They're
madhouse.
getting ready to go to war.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are in a very hostile mood right now.
So I don't know how accepting you will be toward today about your request.
It must be tried.
Yes.
Yes, I suppose that is right.
It is a good thing to do. Well, how about I go with you, Torde? I am just. I could sit around and read my scroll while I wait. I have a great interest in this because I want to learn to speak better with Tribble. And the only thing I'm going to do is mostly sit around at the tavern tonight and hope a girl's coming that's probably not coming.
Trouble pets your cheek.
It's okay. She's
All
not
right.
pretty.
How about Cass and I, we just go back to the tavern and wait for you all to return?
Oh, if you want to.
Unless, Cass, you want to do
I need
anything.
to make myself scarce from the temple.
Yeah, well, that sounds good then.
Was there a particular problem?
Existence. And Cass is going to slither away.
Oh,
It's the fact that
it's not the
she's.
problem that I have to worry about.
Oh, it's.
It is a thing that is happening to you as well as the others.
Yes, it is.
You could say the same for yourself. Why did I just go
Speaking of
toward
which,
hole
Turtle
there?
Day, are you
Wow.
okay?
In mocking
with me
Tail
going
Day.
with you? I am kind of a bit of a troublemaker lately. I don't mean to be. I'm sorry.
It is
Gorvis would be
alright.
following.
Attractive women just keep slamming into me.
Oh my god.
You
That
all say
does-
I am the one that has that problem.
I know, but at least you have a shot with them.
I am guessing you might with that one.
No. Tall, pretty woman like that. Way too short.
Wait, did you say she's too short?
No, I said I too short.
Oh,
Gifton, thinking of the balancing act. I'm not tall drow. I'm short drow. Alright, well, I will go with you, Tarnstead. I am very excited to hear about these gnolls. Are they very nice people?
They were quite welcoming. They
Ah.
offered food.
Oh, that is very generous of them.
Indeed, especially as they only have so much.
Oh, that is very sweet. You're right. They sound very kind. I like them
Yes.
already.
I have not seen many of them around this town.
They are not really residents. They are from outside. They've been allowed a temporary place to stay.
That would explain. Out of character, just because I want to make sure that it was this time that I saw the one that seemed out of place,
Yes.
dress-wise, right? It would explain why they were wearing such different clothes than the others here. When there's the one I saw.
I do need to
market.
probably keep my head down while we are there, but I will go with you for day and be moral support. Okay?
It should not be too difficult for you.
Oh,
It was a joke about my height.
No, only about your skill. You
But
have good.
Okay. I will go with Tarnstead.
Okay, so
Goodbye, everyone.
so-
I'm going to give a hug to my friends before I leave. I would tell Cassie, but she has already run off.
Corvus and Cassie heading back to the tavern.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Torday and Gifton heading to the Hayen Temple. What about Shuxon and Carrick?
we
I
are.
think we're going back to the shops to buy our things.
Okay, right. So you start heading back to the markets.
Etc.
It doesn't take you too long to get back to the markets from here. A little more conscious of carrying large sums of coin on you, but eventually you find your way back. It's about the same as it was before, the same hustle and bustle. And I assume you are heading to the little Tinker Stall, Shaxon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stick together and hit both places, or do you want to split up and get your purchases done?
Stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like the best idea.
Okay, in that case, I assume you'll go to the Tinker Stall first, as that's a lot less to
Yeah.
card about.
Just as a curiosity,
Yes.
just because I'm looking as we're going through, we were told that the jeweler wanted to meet us.
Mhm.
Going to the tinker shop, do we see? I can't remember if it was labeled or not, but I'm just gonna, as we're going around, see if I can see where the jeweler is, so I know where it is. Just as an extra step. Not gonna actually stop there, just to see if I notice it.
Give me a
She was
perception
up the
check.
street from the succulent, wasn't she?
Yeah, you're talking about the jeweler that you met when you first arrived.
That Corvus met, yes.
Yeah, that is literally the jeweler that's like just up from the inn. It's not in the main market.
I have no idea where the rest of the stuff is, so that's why I'm not sure. So
Yeah,
that's
so
not where
no,
we are
you do
gonna
not see that when you go to the market.
Okay.
But yeah, you make your way to the little magical trinkets place. The Durogar behind the counter sort of smiles a little when he sees you returning, Shaxon, and gets up from the little stall that he's got behind his countertop and goes, "My friend, you're back."
I am, and I bring what is needed for the item.
Marvelous. I was hoping that you would return. Some people offer coin and then they vanish.
It seemed too good to pass up. And Jax will calmly pull out coin and start counting it out in front of him to make sure he knows how much it is.
Okay, he watches you, and as once you've sort of gotten the greater part of the coin on the table, he actually starts to basically wraps this cube up in what looks like to be vellum itself, rather sturdy, sort of treated leather hide that's thin. And he sets that on the countertop for you and goes, "Then our business is done."
I believe so, yes. Thank you.
Do enjoy, and if you figure it out, do let me know.
I will endeavor to.
And he smiles and nods his head to you as he scoops the coin off the counter.
Carrick will, looking out of the way, will also nod a good day to him. Also.
And he nods at you in return. And
Jax will take that and put it in his normal backpack.
you put that in normal backpack? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure dimensional might be a bad idea for weird dimensional magic box.
Right, and you put that away. Assume you sort of tuck it in a bit, make sure it's secure. Right, and then you are able to make your way over to the great big animal tent. When you return, there's the familiar figure of Kalana there waiting for you. She seems to be tending to one of the phoenix. You sort of wander in and see her in there.
Is it? I'm trying to remember, and I know we discussed it at the end. It is still evening, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's beyond evening, but Saharan evening. Yeah, it's late in the night towards the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still dark out.
Yes.
Good evening, Krana.
You're back sooner than I expected.
I was able to catch my companions, and I brought another one with me, and we have some money for purchases.
And she gives you an acknowledging nod, Shaxton, and seems to be a bit more respectful than she gave Carrick. Maybe some racial prejudice there, one of her own.
Like bow in return.
And she goes, "I have yet to talk to my friends with the carts. Would you be needing them still?"
Yes, and if possible, others to pull them also. Ours are tied up with the other items we have.
That is easy enough. I can arrange that myself if you wish.
I believe that
It would probably cost you another 20, 30 gold, but...
That would be absolutely acceptable. Would I be able to... Do you still have either of the other Phoenix by any chance?
Yes,
Also,
I have not sold them in such a short time.
I was hoping, in addition to the one I already purchased, to possibly purchase one of the others that player just had a brain fart, probably. Why can't I think of the word? The player is actually having a complete mental breakdown right now. Sorry.
Not
that
entirely
is-
sure where.
What's the frame around it?
They play nice together. Because I'm trying to think of a better word to say that.
Sociable? What?
Yeah, that is on the more friendly side towards the one that I already paid for. Try to have the friendlier of the...
Yes, I can. Yes. Would you like to accompany me to see my friend?
Absolutely. We have some time. I will also purchase a quail egg, as I believe Mother will enjoy that when we get back.
Certainly. And then please follow me. One moment. I must inform my husband to watch the store. And she goes back out back to where you know her little caravan is. Little, big caravan, I should say. Before returning, followed by a drumman who sort of smiles at you both and gives her sort of tiptoes up and gives her a kiss on the side of her muzzle.
Kisses.
Out of character, I'm just the brain is doing that parsing of because we know how much bigger, she is than Norton, the one we know. I'm just imagining that stretching up through.
Yep. And then she will lead you out. Not too far. It's about a minute's walk. She takes you to what is obviously a cart seller and basically introduces you and arranges for. Would you wanted 2 carts or what? Just the one?
Cart seller.
Cart seller.
Most powerful cart.
2 might be a good idea.
I would just say 2 because we know that the eggs need to be kept in different methods, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So yes,
It's easier to keep that by divvying them up.
Okay. You can get 2 carts, and then she will basically. Very close by is somebody that is selling pack animals. Not a huge variety of them. It's just some few camels for sale and such. But you are able to acquire some. She seems to have known them very well and is able to get a good deal for you. And it will run you 28 gold pieces for the carts and the camels.
okay. So I'm writing down stuff, so I apologize if I'm a little slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put that one 50-50. 14, I'll do 14.
Well, I was given like 1,300 plat to cover what we need to get right now.
Oh, okay.
So I figure we're.
And before long, you find yourselves leading these animals, which are now hitched up, back through the streets towards a tent. Once you arrive back, she just sort of goes, I can help you get loaded up. Do you have means to keep their temperatures appropriate?
Out of character. Do we have, and this is the.
Out of character, do we have those means?
Yes.
I don't know what your magic abilities are.
I've got both Ray of Frost and Fire. Well, I am fire-based by default. I've got Ray of Frost, Heat Metal if we need to keep things warm.
Yeah, I'm guessing we'd have to be more cantrips, and I don't have anything that would fit unless we need acid. So
I have, like Druid
I'm
Craft.
gonna
I don't know
guess-
if that would help.
You think you could keep the ones that need to be warm? Heat metal would work well in conjunction. Just heat some metal and then use, rocks and such to keep that heat. Keeping something cool on the other hand is a little more troublesome for you.
I can do it.
You can do it?
though.
She makes ice cubes.
I make ice cubes.
Yeah, and you'd all be very well aware of that. So
Yeah, know I make ice cubes, and I also do have ice. I do ice bolts, which are damaging, but I could probably just make ice. I could.
You could probably just do that on
It's
rocks.
the same thing we do with like Ray of Frost, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can basically cool things down, so I can do it.
I believe between the us and our companions, we have the ways to both keep warm and cold. Both, yes.
marvelous. In that case, let us get you sorted then. And she will help you load up your wagons with your purchases. First up, the eggs are set into place, and she does actually provide basically it's not anything particularly fancy, but it is little wooden carved areas to stop them from rolling about, packed with a bit of hay and so on.
Totally not keeping these for other uses afterwards.
The fennecs are basically put into what looks like to be woven baskets, essentially closed off, doors at the front. A little awkward to carry as they seem to be quite spacious, but they are put in individually.
How many did you buy of Phoenix?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, which is so much noise generated when this is happening.
It's so adorable.
I mean, Phoenix are awesome, but no.
He's in there a little less impressed at the noise, but that's
how many quail eggs did you want?
Just one.
Just the one.
That is
Just
She
one
seems
little
amused that you're
quail
buying just the
egg.
one, but basically she just gives it to you in a small little basket of its own, like very small woven basket, once again packed with straw.
That's going to gift in. It's her gift.
Little quail egg.
And soon enough, you have all of your purchases loaded up.
Since I've been around here, did she seem to be selling feed?
She does seem to have feed on hand.
But she didn't look like she was selling it.
No, but things aren't really marked price-wise or with big for sale finds in general. In her place, it looks like.
Just as they are not to eat, though they don't eat the same type of things that the camels do. Would you have feed that I could purchase for the Phoenix for our trip?
Oh, of course. How much would you need?
We've seen the map.
Mhm.
How far out is the nearest Sphinx temple? Because I think it was the one we're going
It's a few days, I recall, 4 or 5.
I think it was like about 4 or 5 days to her temple, and there was one closer, but it's for a different Sphinx, and we don't want to go to that one.
Yeah. 10 days would be more than enough, and always better to have extra just in case you get waylaid.
Certainly. Yeah. Would you prefer? They will eat many things. Insects are the easier things to do. I have locusts on hand, but I can also procure some rodents, or they will eat eggs, lizards.
Okay, note to self: keep it away from the quail.
Keep it away from the quail and keep it away from little Gifton. Jesus Christ.
You're worried
They are
about
quite fond of mice.
The cat's smarter.
Let's do mice. They should be able to be taken care of.
Oh no, Gifton's gonna think you got her pets.
No, he's going to make sure that she doesn't know that.
I can
Actually, you don't
acquire
have-
mice. I do not have them on hand.
It's understandable. Would you be able to?
If she already has the books, that might be the easier route.
It is a good point. Yes, let's go with the.
Locusts are also far cheaper.
Yes.
That too.
Let's go with the locusts.
She'll nod, and then basically she goes over to a very large basket she has set where the Phoenix were kept, and she pulls out yet another of these smaller woven ones, lifts the lid of this basket, and quickly dips it in. And you do see a few of these insects escape before she closes it all up again.
Obviously, they're not worried about them being out in nature.
The Phoenix that are left in the pen seem very excited about this. And you see one of them chasing a locust that has hopped in.
Nice.
She'll bring it over to you and just hand it over and just go, "You have spent much coin with me. Just take it."
Much appreciated, Krana. I will definitely have to pass on to others of the wonderful animals and such you keep, and make sure people who are looking for the best come to you.
Thank you. And if I see you on my travels or you return here, I will be sure to say hello and show you my wares.
Of course, I will look forward to seeing them again.
And do not be afraid to visit, and let me know how they are doing.
I will endeavor to.
Oh, she's a nice animal keeper. She wants to know her babies are okay.
She is, and we have to travel through the Sphinx Temple once in a while and say hi until they're doing great. Afternoon.
Ignore the fancy collar that the Svennik has on it that I brought to show you how it's doing.
And she'll bow her head down low before reaching out her hand to you.
Well, I am guessing I have.
You've seen
Because
this
there's
sort of
something
exchange.
I've seen.
They tend to grasp forearms.
I will rest. I will Grasp your forehead.
What are you doing?
Forehead. Both of those names are forearm. I
Okay.
apologize. The
Alright.
brain is not correct.
You basically grasp back, and she shakes your arm, and then offers the same to you, Shaxton.
Shax will return it as well.
Be safe in your travels.
Yours also.
You as well, friend.
What are you rolling your wheel for, Sammy?
I forgot to roll them at the start of the day, and I had
Whoopsie.
I used up 3 of my wheel dice, and I knew I needed to roll them the next time we played because
Okay.
I had never gotten them redone. Because I get them reset every day if I use them up. So
Yeah.
luckily, I got 3 wheel dice back for the 3 wheel dice I spent.
Woo!
Yay!
Hey!
And then, where are you going to head with these? Back to the tavern? Or are you going to head to Talal's? Where do you want to go? Talal's might actually be easier because there isn't too
Yeah.
much space,
And,
tavern-wise.
yeah,
Is,
and he'd probably be excited about all the animals.
And Talal's Gate is the easiest one to travel to the Sphinx Temple from.
Hi, I know we just met, but we're going to store some animals at your place. Yes, we didn't ask you first.
It's okay, he's not there to say no.
yeah. That's the more time I hope he's not going to go, who has left the animals with me? I hope it is my friends, because otherwise this would be very, very odd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright, so you head off to Talal's. At the on your way to the Sphinx Temple, not Sphinx Temple, Hayen Temple, Gifton and Torday.
Total day.
Torday.
Hi.
Names, tricky, Torday.
Hot day.
That's gonna be so hard once we go into the
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to be back to having Taldi.
Now, watch as you meet Torday again far in the future, and he just goes by Torday now.
He wants to get his body changed.
But yes,
Not
you
associating himself from the god.
walk through the streets towards the Hayen Temple. There's more of that bustle, and Gifton, you keep hearing that sort of pitching of Angel Radio, although it seems a little more distorted than earlier. It's almost different tones.
I keep trying to listen.
Give me a perception check. You catch snippets. It seems to be asking each other who's responsible. Might be related to the Morgani incident.
Yeah. There is a lot of chatter going on. There is a lot of accusations being tossed back around among the winged people.
I'm saying that to Torday very softly.
We will have to wait and see if anything comes of it. But for now,
They're probably blaming somebody for what happened at the buildings. Oh. That still weighs heavily on my heart, but I know we should not be involved.
it is a difficult decision. Perhaps we can see a way that would involve less death.
There is a lot of voices, though. I am very worried about being... It's okay if I stay fairly quiet with you while we are there?
Of course.
Thank you, Torde. I appreciate having somebody who doesn't mind that. You smile.
I have been trying to listen here anyways.
Yes, there are so much beautiful stories and people. I wish I could stay for a lot longer. I love watching them.
Indeed.
And you find yourselves arriving at the Hayen Temple. As Cass had stated, there seems to be a little commotion here, as you saw earlier, Gifton. But you head on in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You wanted to talk to somebody today. Are you trying to locate somebody in general? You're going to flag down someone random? How are you going about this?
I don't really know the priestesses.
Can I see any of the priestesses I know? Because we met 2 of them.
Not on the ground floor. In fact, on the ground floor, there just seems to be acolytes. Which is a little odd. You did see just priestesses milling about every time you came through otherwise on the bottom floor.
Mm-hmm.
But there do seem to be acolytes gathered at the stairs, just looking upwards. Seems to be a bit of chatter going on amongst them.
I'll go over and listen if Thorolde goes over there.
Both head over.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you come on over, you can hear them sort of talking to each other, sort of going, "I've never seen them argue like this. What do you think it is about the cast out? I don't know. It's strange. It's scary." And as you hear them sort of chattering, you can actually hear raised voices. In that, when someone's being aggressive and loud, but they're also trying to keep themselves subdued and quiet.
Mhm.
That really aggressive, but no, don't you? Yeah.
That tense tone.
Yes, very tense. Coming from upstairs. And when some of the acolytes notice you, Torde, there's a quick sort of discussion amongst them, and they disperse from the stairs as if, shit, someone who's actually high up has seen us being nosy. Yeah.
Wait,
Greetings.
One of them will stop, the one closest to you, and she looks a little panicked briefly.
She got caught by the principal.
I'm sorry, I know I should be continuing with my work, but I do apologize, Wanderer. And this,
It is all right.
Bow my head.
Not all stories must be told.
the
Wink.
Slow.
the priestesses are a little busy right now. Is there something I can help you with?
Unfortunately, I believe it is a priestess I must speak with.
Well, you have the right. She looks very awkward as she sort of just vaguely gestures at the stairs.
I will wait here, sir.
Thank you.
I will bow my head. Is it okay if I hang out by the stairs, or should I go outside?
There are no rules against it.
I don't suppose you would keep me company by the stairs.
If you
part of your
require some
duty.
company, I can.
I would feel so much more comforted if there were people who would hang out with me by the stairs, so I wasn't alone. I say loud enough for the other acolytes.
A couple of faces sort of glance your way, and a couple more do wander over. Tell they you're heading on up.
Yes, I will nod to them and then yes.
Okay, you make the climb up the stairs, and man, you feel a bit. You know you move a little slower than you did before, and stairs feel so much more inconvenient now.
They not have railings.
They do not
Jeez,
have
these
railings.
Oh man,
He's got a lot of leg to work with.
there's a weird balancing act you're doing, right? Because there's the back is a lot heavier than the front.
He's got like half the leg.
As you come up the stairs, you are greeted by a sight. You see some Hayan priestesses carrying weapons. A couple of them are semi-leveled that tilt forward that suggests that they are ready, but they're not wanting to directly point. And you see 3 angels facing a familiar priestess. Has Telde seen?
Yeah, we was on the bridge.
Yes, Telde was
first
on the
day.
breast. Yes.
Yeah, so not really talked with, but briefly seen at last.
Facing Shala. One of them seems to be standing in front of one of the other angels as if trying to calm them down. But this one angel who's got this strange robe to get up, wings that sort of have a pink coloration to them, seems to be angrily addressing the priestess and just going, "We know you have one here. It would do you very well to tell us where it is." And Shala just crosses her arms and goes, "I don't know what you mean, but I will not have you pushing your way into my sacred place and demanding things of us like this. It is not your right. We have all of the right here. This is an important matter, and if you stand in our way, then woe betide you and your god." And you see the angel that's sort of, trying to calm them down, going, Don't speak like that to them. It is not how we should be doing things. Calm yourself. And you see her just shut up, Lucifer. I don't know what your meddling plans are for this, but I won't have you standing in my way either. And, yeah. Are you going to try and butt in? Are you going to try and grab a priestess nearby, or are you just going to watch?
I'm going to stay somewhat back.
Mhm.
So if it was basically near the top of the stairs, then I would kind of stop shortly after getting to the top of the stairs.
It's a little further in. Like they're not trying to do this right behind the stairs, but if this wasn't something where we went, hey, let's go here and talk, this has just happened.
Yeah, if it's
you can keep out of the way by just arriving at the top.
Maybe the doorway, or kind of stay back so I don't appear to be.
So you're basically staying back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a tense few moments as Lucifer looks a little hurt before he's just sort of removes his hand from this angel and just goes, Jiggadale, this is wrong and you know it. Before he just stands aside, and she glares at him briefly before turning back to the priestess and goes, whether you hide them or not, we will find them. We know how to find them. I will remember how you stood against us. And the priestess just regards her coldly as suddenly there's that familiar flapping of wings, and she and the other two angels with her are gone, leaving Lucifer and the priestess, who Lucifer looks at her apologetically and she sighs and just goes, you should go as well. Of course. I'm sorry. And with another strange fluttering, he too is gone. You see some of the priestesses slowly relaxing, lowering these spears they carry. And as they look around, he catches sight of you. Jalal looking a little surprised. Wanderer.
I did not mean to intrude. I apologize.
It is no intrusion. I am sorry that you saw that.
I was asked to speak on behalf of some, and I was hoping you might be able to spare a moment.
It is a bad time. Is it an important matter?
It may be. It should not take long.
Then, a moment then. And she sort of waves her hands at the other priestesses as if trying to get them to go back to what they should be doing before motioning you to follow her.
I will do so at the pace of a turtle.
Yeah, she seems patient enough, even if she's in a little bit of a hurry. But she leads you into a side room before closing the door behind you and just goes, what is this matter?
I was asked to speak on behalf of the gnolls that you have. They wish an audience.
Yes, they have stated many a time that they wish an audience with the daughter.
If there is trouble, more allies may be helpful.
That is something that we have actually been discussing ourselves. There is also a fear that if we suddenly make roads to allying with them after all that has happened here, that it may be a little obvious what might happen, if you understand.
It is merely healing a fracture of an earlier relationship.
One that hurt the daughter severely, she says with a sort of a grim smile.
Then that is all it need be. Family returning to the fold.
We cannot address them right away. There are more important matters, but I understand that if they are becoming more. What is the polite word? Not demanding.
They appear to fear that they will be ignored and are regarded as lesser.
And she just sort of rubs her brow a little bit before going, I will send someone to talk to them, and I will see if we can get a meeting arranged. There's only so much
That
I
is
can do.
Of course, we all try all we can, and that is all that can be asked.
It is unusual for a wanderer to be taking part rather than observing and listening.
Sometimes it is important to speak for those who are not heard otherwise.
And how would you speak for them? What is your opinion of them? Tell me a tale.
They were kind to me, welcoming but wary when I initially arrived. They are not the most organized, but they certainly wish that they would not have to fight you. They are different. Many generations of hurt.
There has been some fears that they wish to join us to obtain power.
Almost definitely there are some who will.
Do you think it would be used for ill?
I cannot say for sure. We appear to be at a branching moment in this story. The treatment of them may be a defining factor. If they are treated as enemies or lesser, that may send them away or breed resentment.
There is a lot of resentment already on both sides. But it would be good to see it healed.
It is an old tale.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will do my best to see it sorted.
Thank you. Perhaps we will have a happier tale to tell.
We could do all of that. This is at all, Wanderer.
Yes, I am sorry to have taken so much of your time.
It is always a pleasure to speak to one of yours. Do not concern yourself.
Bit of a nodding bow.
And she just moves to open up the door and makes a sort of polite gesture as you first.
Mm-hmm. I will go through politely.
As you start to head out, downstairs, the acolytes with you, Gifton, were trying to listen in still, while sort of trying to pretend they're paying attention to you.
Oh, this is such a lovely day. I don't suppose any of you know any good bedtime stories for little children. I would like to have some more for my sons and daughters, and I am afraid I do not know very many. I would love to hear if there are any that you heard when you were a child, or you know was good for your own children.
Oh, I know a lovely one.
I have a very fussy daughter. You know, she does not like to stay in bed.
My father always used to tell this one to me. It is the first light.
Oh, and I will listen to the story.
And she starts to tell you this little story about how the first of the little creatures, which you suspect she's doing this one because of the very same thing on your shoulder, which Treble seems to be in rapt attention to this. She tells you about how and why the first of Treble's kind was created.
Oh, that is so lovely.
And
Sorry.
she smiles and nods, and then starts jumping back from you slightly, as do the other two acolytes. As you feel a quick hand on your shoulder.
I turn.
And as you sort of turn your head, there's the familiar face of Turiel, who looks a little panicked.
You okay?
Oh, you should go.
I'm waiting for somebody.
You should not be here.
Oh, okay. Could you please tell the wanderer that I came with that I have to go? This foreign lady wants me to leave.
Yes, and tell no one else. And there's that sudden lurching feeling of the rapid angelic travel. And then you find yourself in the desert as she sets you down.
Is this where you killed me? I
What?
feel like this
No.
is where you killed me.
No.
I put my hands up. Okay, I won't fight.
No.
Okay.
What? No. I'm saving you, I'm pretty sure.
There's no trees here.
Trees? What? Why do you need trees?
I really should. I can't
The
talk to you
faithing?
about. I can travel through trees.
Right,
Anywhere
okay, sure.
There's a tree. I can travel to another tree.
So-
It is. If you leave me in the desert, I can't go anywhere. This is a very bad place for me. I have no idea how hard it is to get anywhere.
So they are searching right now.
Oh no! You think somebody else saw me?
They have caught word of a Nephilim. And I don't quite know what you are. I'm fairly certain that's not you, but the methods they're using to find it,
No, that's definitely not me.
I'm pretty sure they will find you.
I need to warn a couple people. I travel with some very interesting creatures. You don't understand. Sometimes it's safer
But
to
do you
travel.
know
Where
it is?
You don't get no. This is my friend, please.
You, no, you, please, you. No, I wouldn't.
I don't know what you would have. I don't want you to get in trouble, but you're getting in trouble hanging out with me. But yes, I know who it is, and why would they know?
And she sort of runs her hand through her hair, and the word was uttered, and the Sarenton people have no concept of it. There's no reason it should have been here.
Oh no! I start pulling out sending stones. Shit. Okay, do I have one to Cassie? I need to look at the sending stone list. Sending
There you go.
Sending stone. All right, I have.
You do.
You do.
I have a sending stone. I'm taking it out. Hey! You're in trouble! Danger! The angel's looking for what you are. Warn the others. I think I ran out of words.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take out
Cass isn't going to get to reply straight away because we're dealing with a little bit of time dilation here. Yeah.
I already used my one to Carrick, so I'm going to take out my one to Shax.
Mhm.
Danger! Cass identified racially. Get everyone together. I am taken. Bye. I just kind of get this helpless look of shit.
Yeah, that's it.
And
That's not gonna cause problems down the road.
and
I
Telde,
know, it's panicked gifted. What's it gonna be?
Telde, as you come down the stairs, Gifton is gone. And there's some confused looking acolytes just sort of chattering amongst each other down there. And you see one of them just sort of start up as you come down and go, Wanderer, your friend went with one of the angels.
Please tell me more.
The angel appeared behind her and said that she had to come with her.
Did you get a name or what she looks like?
They will describe Turiel's appearance to you. Unfortunately,
I don't think I've ever described Turiel.
I don't know
Yeah.
who this is.
Yeah.
I think I said
you
it
have a
looked
Lex
like wood elf.
Luthor
That was
flash
about it,
moment.
yeah.
I have no idea who this is.
Lex.
Heading to the inn, Corvus and Cassie. It's not quite as hustly and bustly here as it is towards the Sphinx Temple, and it feels nice to get out of the more crowded street areas. As you are walking along, Cass and Corvus, you hear the familiar fluttering of wings around you. As
That could be good.
around you, as in various directions, as both ahead of you and behind you on the street.
Where are we in relation to everything?
You're about midway between here and the Sphinx Temple and the tavern.
Are there shops or whatnot?
I
have to pick up a cat.
That might not be the most important thing on your plate right now.
Well, that's the other direction.
Would you have been going to get that rather than going to the tavern?
Did you want to get the cat? Because you could head that way.
Getting the cat. Cat.
Sorry, Corvus.
Money down on the cat.
Cass.
Cass wants a cat. To hug.
Would you have gone with her if she wanted to go get the cat?
I mean, you need to get that cat, blackmail cat.
Is that really a time to be doing this?
I mean, what else would you guys be doing right now other than just going to the inn and sitting?
Cass is just looking at him. I need to hug a cat.
And thus, you both find yourselves wandering to the market to reacquire the cat. And it is about halfway to the market that you hear this fluttering. The street's a bit more crowded. Some startled sort of gasp and such about as both before and behind you alight a trio of angels, 6 in total. The ones in front of you seem to be clad in black robes, carrying what look like familiar scythe-like implements. The ones behind you, their get-up looks a little more leathery, intertwined with sort of flowery markings, leaves, and so on. Seemingly unarmed.
Getting real tired.
Cass is eyeing them.
The one before you rides in on a motorbike and does an awesome wheelie. No, the one in front of you lowers his hood, feeling a very, very pale-skinned man with a clean-shaven head. Brown eyes looking at you carefully. And he seems to be regarding you very, very intently.
Corvus.
It has been a very long day. There is trouble afoot if you don't know, so if you would mind getting out of my way, I would appreciate it.
Drugar seems to be breaking.
No,
go to move around them.
Angels. To the angels.
What are you trying to insight?
What is their demeanor? What is their intention?
They seem on edge.
Cass. Well, no, that is your name, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Corvus, who. It's somatic. They'll see me doing it.
Don't do anything. Keep
cast this easy. What's
and you,
Cass is literally going around them.
you're trying to go around them. They are blocking the way. So you're trying to shoulder past.
Well, if they're blocking the entire road.
They are in a trio, three with very wide wings. They are blocking the path.
Cass, this they seem to be focused in here, so it is not probably prudent to ignore.
Child, come with us.
You are?
I'm Crucial.
And why should she come with you?
And why are you asking me to come with you?
For the sake of people here, come with us.
Are you threatening these people?
We are protecting these people.
Protecting them from what? A priestess of their god.
And he sort of smirks rather arrogantly. That is what she claims to be.
I know insight that is do they know?
Go ahead and give me that. He seems very confident in what he's saying.
What is your intention then? You say you're protecting these people. Why? Why is it so important?
Who are you?
I'm Ulgar.
I suggest you stay out of this. This is beyond you.
I'm her guardian.
Cass is literally looking back at him like, what the fuck?
And for the sake of your guardian here, come with us, child.
If you have business with me, you need to take it up with the temple first.
He sort of nods his head at the angels to his side and then to the ones behind you, and they start to move in.
I'm looking around the area. What sort of layout of terrain do we have?
Buildings to either side of you, a few sort of canvas overhangs on the buildings themselves, 1-2 stories tall on either side.
Cass is looking at Olgar.
We can leave.
Other side of the building. Go.
What?
Go. And she's going to shove him into the building.
Uh,
And then Cass is going up the building.
Are you going to let her shove you? I need to know if I need a contested check. Are you alright with that happening?
Wait, there are better ways than just physically running.
She's
Cass.
doing that.
I know.
What are you?
As he runs off, he's going to cast something on her.
But no, are you letting her shove? I need to know if you're allowing the shove to happen.
Yes.
Okay, so she'll shove you into a building. Cass, what are you doing immediately after?
Misty stepping to the rooftop.
Okay, alright, she's going up, so you are shoved in and she's promptly out of your sight, Corvus.
Okay, well, other side of the building, so going to the other side of the building.
Right, you start running for the side of the building. Cass, as you appear on the rooftop, there's that fluttering again, and I need you to make me 3 athletics checks, please.
Athletics checks. Okay.
Or you can do acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Let me open my sheet. Okay, I'm not raged. So I'm just checking to see if I get advantage on any of these.
If you're not
Too many
raging, I
abilities.
don't think you do.
Yes, I don't think you've got anything to do that.
No. I only get strength-based advantage when I'm raging.
Yeah.
So. Let's set to normal. Athletics. 1, 2. That should be 2,
It is. One more.
3.
Okay. So you feel multiple hands trying to grab you and sort of pull you in very, very tight grips. You manage to shoulder 2 of them off, but one sort of locks onto you. And then there is that lurching sensation, somewhat familiar from when the times you've travelled with Raziel. And suddenly you find yourself in the cold desert, settling down into a sand dune as you are let go. And you hear the fluttering of wings.
Over. Hey,
yeah. You hear the, wait, why is everyone coming here? The night sky here, so clear and starry, it feels like you can see every little spot out there as there is no light from the city drowning it out. Quite a beautiful night, if it was not for 6 angels now circling around you, settling into the sand themselves.
Could I have casted what I wanted to cast on her when she touched me? When she pushed me?
What are you trying to cast?
It was Death Ward.
Death Ward. What's its action?
It's an action to do.
Give me... Yeah, go on. I'll allow it.
Okay. You have that, Cass. So as you went to shove him, he quickly did the activation of his gauntlet.
It works out pretty good that he didn't dodge the shove because he was throwing something onto you. He let it make contact because he was casting.
Yeah. I don't think you know what he cast on you because you don't have a good concept of that, but you know he definitely did cast some magic on you. And the same angel that addressed you before just sort of holds his arm out. Calm yourself. Who is your sire, your mother, whichever?
None of your business. And I would honestly suggest you forgo this.
You cannot forgo duty, child. I would like to be merciful. Please.
Hey, Toby, by the way, also remember that you've got that you can activate on your weapon.
So remember, because of your background, you can use an action to make it save disadvantage on attacks on you. Like for a minute. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Stack up the defenses.
And Cass is actually kind of eyeing them all up. So tell me, do you have the blessing of the patron of these lands?
We don't need a blessing to do our divine duty.
Well, your divine duty is in direct opposition of her blessing. I'm not here at anyone's bequest. I'm here at all bequests. So I suggest you leave.
If you would like, Cass, I will let you try and do an intimidation check.
And I do get an advantage. And this is where I roll poorly.
Okay. One of them rolled a 1. You see one of the the more leather-bound, flowery-looking angels actually looks mildly concerned, and starts to open up his mouth. Maybe we should check. We don't need to check. If you're so worried, go elsewhere. And there's a moment of tenseness as the black-robed angels stare very coldly at the other trio. The head of those just seems to stare back before going, oh, this is your responsibility then. And 3 of them leave. Leaving just the scythe-carrying ones.
tithe. That was and more.
The more ones are the ones who are standing their ground.
Yeah.
Last chance, child. This can be swift, painless. They have no wish to make you suffer.
They're probably the cleaners too.
Please, let me grant you
Cass-
mercy.
Cass is actually taking off her amulet at this point because she's not going to fight in the form of a hand priestess. She's not going to belittle that form.
Mhm.
Pops her neck, cracks the metal hand. Can you understand me?
Of course. You have the gift of understanding all tongue.
Good.
Your words are very strange, all the same.
And Cass is removing the safe bindings off of Tempest.
The lead angel seems to sigh softly to himself, and
I don't want to see any more of yours die. I've already seen enough of that.
I'm quite sure you've seen a lot.
Oh, I have. I have seen a great many things.
And you are denying our mercy, Nephilim.
I have seen the end of the world. I have seen the resurrection of the Lawlen. And I know the coming of the first. There is more at stake here than one Nephilim. If you want to fight, we can fight. But no, if you come at me, I will start calling names.
Okay, they don't seem to recognize anything of what you're saying, and just sort of staring at you. Of course, the Lalin being unknown to them right now.
So Corvus makes it to the other side of the building, right?
And there is no cat.
Okay, so can we okay, so Corvus was going to run to the other side of the building, and he's just going to run with his arm out, and he's going to punch through reality and wait. And no Cass arrives, so he's going to be, well, shit, I already opened this gate. Better
How
go in.
long are you waiting?
Just a couple seconds.
Okay.
Because she was going to come over, so.
Right, and where are you going to?
To Law's place.
Okay, right, you go to Law's
The
place.
outskirts of it, not inside, like the crater area.
Okay, right. Yep, you can do that just fine. You'll arrive outside there.
Okay, and then I'm going to make a sending spell.
Okay, who are you sending to?
Gifton.
Gifton. Okay. Go ahead and type that into the chat for me.
Okay.
And we are going to just use a random map as our battle screen.
So I'm hopefully in a desert area farther away.
Yes, you are indeed.
Or am I going to see the skylight up here in a minute with lightning?
Roughly one Fallout distance away from the city, essentially.
Turiel and I are just going to suddenly turn north because we got sent to the south end of the continent, and we're just like, whoa!
You can turn roughly directions and hold up your thumb and check.
And give me a moment while I tweak the Archangel sheet, because there are differences depending on which ones this is going to be. I was not sure who you'd be fighting.
I have a question while you're doing that. What did the other three that left look like? What kind of
they were Illidan angels.
Oh, they're Illidan angels? Okay.
Yeah, the three in Moore State. I knew they were separate. I didn't know if they were all the same. Okay. Just imagine Illin's angels start the fight by just making it all forest.
It's okay. Ellen's angels are coming over to see me next. They got a heavy whiff of Fae in the air, guys.
Well, they got a heavy whiff of Illin. They're like, oh, someone important to Illin's over there.
Cassie, you pull yourself out and give me an initiative check.
Okay.
I like to think that somewhere during this, Cassie Stone went weep weep.
Boop, boop.
Yep.
By the way, Cassie, it's just coming to get you.
Yeah. Why did you not appear on the net counter?
You're not on the
Didn't
map.
have tokens selected?
Oh, I
No, on
didn't
the map.
pull you. Did I not pull? Yeah,
No,
these tokens.
we're on the
Yeah,
map.
I pulled
Yes.
us. She's
She
not
doesn't have
on
a
the
token
map.
on the map.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
it's token
Yeah,
on the
pull your
map.
token out, Cass.
I'm trying. Roll
fighting.
20's gone dead on me.
There you go.
Oh, there. You're on the map now.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Okay, I'm gonna link you something, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how I check. Every single time, I just type into that thing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh, it overrides. That's not great. I need to pull out extra tokens.
so it's not a fair fight then.
No, this is not a fair fight.
Yeah.
Someone remember that first number for me.
1624.
1624, so we replace the 17.
And Cass is 715.
Yeah.
Do you do a vantage roll on initiative, Cass?
It should have. Yeah, it did initiative. It did.
It did it to initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, go ahead and roll it again with your token selected and then just correct to whatever it was.
You know, it's going to roll max, and it's going to be really sad.
It will be fucking sad if that happens. Not max, but close.
It was close.
I
That's
keep
pretty
it?
good. No.
Yeah, you can keep it.
Yeah. I put you in the middle. Well, why is there 6? There's. Why is there 3?
Archangels are
more
paragon
invisible?
creatures,
Oh.
like Scrim.
They get multiple thingies.
Mhm.
There's a reason I say that Archangel is a group fight for you guys.
Yeah.
And I want to see how much Cass can hurt it.
Hurt the big fucker.
Or maybe kill a couple of angels, who knows?
Cassie might take. It's gonna probably take a couple angels down with her. But she's a scrapper.
Right. Cass, there is that tense moment, the desert air blowing, sand kicking up a little bit. As you're sort of gripping Tempest, you can hear that little buzzing of a sending stone in your pouch. Before suddenly this archangel before you charges forward with their scythe, and that's the Dever sheet. That is not the sheet I want. And suddenly there is a flurry of motion as it will multi-attack. 26.
Yeah. I'm eating all of
18? It's an automatic miss because it's a 1.
that. Yeah, and that would miss anyways.
Yeah.
But the second one,
Right.
that one hits.
Right, so there is a flurry of blows. One meeting you directly, slashing against your shoulder. You manage to step aside the second blow before the third catches you on the rebound. This slashing implement seemingly tinged with radiant energy, as you know most angelic weaponry is. As they attack you, you see them turning their head aside to the angel on their right. And just going, move in, strike swiftly. Don't let her act.
Ali,
Yes.
actually, before he came in hard,
Mhm.
I'm reading through stuff. I think I have the ability to immediately rage.
What is it?
That's why I'm reading.
Just populate it.
No, I have this giant list of shit.
Oh.
No, that's not it.
Barbarian, you are Storm Herald, right?
Yeah. It was early on. It was something that if the first thing I do is rage. Because this wasn't a surprise attack.
This is not a surprise, no.
Yeah. And I think that was the big thing on that.
I'm not seeing any such ability looking through Barbarian.
I think it was Feral Instinct. Yeah, it's surprised. Yeah, so I can't use it.
Yeah. No, it's just lets you act during a surprise round. Yeah.
No, it lets me.
You can act only on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage.
Yeah.
So you get a turn in surprise round as long as you rage as your bonus action first.
Yeah. And
yeah, it doesn't skip you. It doesn't change your turn order or anything. The one that wasn't commanded will flutter over here.
Remember, Toby, that your background makes it so you're resistant to radiant damage, so you're taking half on that.
Why?
I thought you were. I thought you had the same background as me from Nyxborn.
Yeah,
you're a Nyxborn. You're a Nyxborn. Remember your Nyxborn shit.
Mm-hmm.
It will save your ass. You take half damage from radiant. You're resistant to it. That'll take like 30 points of damage off what you just took.
Mm-hmm.
So
also remember, as a Nyxborn, you are able to, as an action, and I know this sucks because you want to rage really bad because rage is good, but get your rage going. But consider the fact you can Nyxborn and make it so they have disadvantage on all attacks against you.
Which
for a full
raging as a bonus action
deal.
and then cloaking the stars as a full action is not a bad plan.
Yes, I'm saying get defense.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to help. But remember that you take less damage.
There's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
I know.
Try and get it all.
Right.
I know. That's why I'm trying to help you from the back.
This angel is going to swing at you with its mislabeled scythe because it's a standard template creature. It does have advantage because of flanking.
Oh, those are divas.
Yeah. Right, remember that radiant is halved. Does 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. It strikes behind you, attacking your flank. The radiant damage feeling somewhat subsumed by your essence, not doing as much as you would believe it to. And then it is your turn to act.
Fuck me. Yeah, I'm not hanging around. Okay. I've got to get all this shit going again. Where's that? And God, document disappears.
I'll link you specifically the Nyxborn stuff in Discord.
All my links are dead right now. Something's going on.
Yeah, here's your Nyxborn stuff. You're resistant to radiant and necrotic, and as an action, you can wrap yourself in a starry cloak. It appears makes you a silhouette of the sky. Blah blah blah. You can affect that probably however you want. I don't think he's going to make you use stars.
No, I thought it'd be an electrical effect for her.
Yeah, but basically, when you do attack rolls have disadvantage against you whenever somebody attacks you. So, it's a good defense, and also remember Kronos gave you a mirror image thing, but I don't know which one's better to activate at this point. Because I don't know which. Yeah.
You got your action and your bonus action, so.
Yeah, and then your move, I guess. But you want to get your defenses up first before you move, I think.
So actually, Kronos's might be better for the moment.
Yeah, making him roll to hit you is not a bad one.
Hmm.
This is just like, I'm going to outnumber you.
Yeah, and in one attack, you've already got me past half health.
Mm-hmm. Oh, get copies of yourself out so they're. And if they hit you, it just deletes a copy. It doesn't actually hit you.
Okay, so I'm activating the Nyxborn thing, not the Nyxborn, the mirror image thing with one action.
Okay. So suddenly 3 other Cassies appear around you.
Okay, so that's a full action, so I can't attack now.
No, but you should have your bonus if you want to rage to get extra defense up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of all the bullshit I can do with the rage. All right. I will rage. So I'm going to turn that on. I can't use my half move. Alright, so, but dipshit is getting zapped. So he gets hit for 9 if he can make if he misses the DC.
Let me see. Dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He will take half of that. But you do catch him with lightning, which he seems briefly surprised by that, and then there's a sort of look of that's what you are in his eyes.
And then can't go for the stone. Grabbing that stone would be an action.
Yes, because you got to get it out of a pouch.
Give me a second. I need to think if I want to actually do this bullshit.
Try to decide if you want to go defensive or if you just want to wail into him.
Well, I can't do anything else. I can't attack right now, but I have a 6-second window to say.
Make him remember you.
That's hot. Cass is locking eyes with the Archangel, which I can't remember his name. Can you put that in chat?
Yeah, 1 second.
I would love it if we could get the names from tonight typed out, because I have no idea how to spell these.
Yeah, let me just grab them real quick and I'll put them in.
Yeah, as long as you don't.
The one in. Well, I'm going to go down the list in order because Yuli just has a list of names she uses. This was the one in the temple, the pinkish one. And this one was, which fucking name did I pick out for you?
At some point, and I'm not thinking now, preferably at a time when we're not fighting angels, can we meet one named Bob?
Bob the Angel?
Bob the
Angel Bob.
He likes to, go by his house name. Is it? Oh! I know which one it was.
I remember. I know this is a Lockcast. You have cards. They are free plays.
Yeah, Tobes, do you want like an instant hit him with lightning? Do you want an inspiration for that? Because I'll give it to you.
Do you want the lightning one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody here's got a lightning inspiration we could give you. I have cold damage.
Was that the name of the angel I'm facing?
No, that's the other one. I'm trying to find the one that I used for him. Alright. I think this is the one, but it might not be, so he might be renamed briefly.
Well, if anything, I can get it from the recording later and just get you.
I think that was it.
Danielle. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Danielle, yeah, that's right. That's the
Yeah.
There's a Crucial.
Is it? Oh, it might be Crucial. It might be. It was
Crucial.
Crucial. It is Crucial.
Yeah,
well
done. Kush is the archangel she's facing.
Yeah, that's the archangel you're facing.
Actually, that's how I thought it was.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which means, which is an angel of punishment, by the way.
Kronos, if I trade you inspiration, can you give Cassie the lightning one so we can keep passing her lightning?
You're just gonna up the theme.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? Here.
Oh, by the way, how are you going to flavor your cloak of darkness if you activate that, Cass?
It is literally lightning is everywhere, coursing down her coat.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Hair starts standing on end, arcs just everywhere.
Super Saiyan.
I think you gave me 2.
No, I only had 2 things.
Okay, well, I'm passing one on to Cassie, I think.
I don't have 2 ghost fires.
I have Ghostfire too. Ghostfire is cool.
All right, well, Cassie, I'm giving you this. Take it.
Is it heroic or standard?
It's
You got 3 standards.
Yeah, trade me one. Just trade me one of your other ones and play this, and then I'll give you your one back. I promise.
Well, don't worry about doing that then. Just keep it and go ahead and play this straight away.
Yeah, just play the lightning one immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it back to you in a minute, or I can give it to Jackson. I don't care whatever you want me to do with it.
Might as well play fast and loose with that rule, given the fact that.
Yeah,
I mean,
If people are going to be trading after anyway, then we may as well just
we can just throw down the card.
Yeah, there you go. Now just roll D12 and hit him for lightning. You don't have to roll the damage or attack. You just hit him.
Okay, so you're doing another 6 damage to him.
Another lightning.
You've got 6 seconds of dialogue if you wish it. Or approximately. I'm not going to be picky.
Cass is locking eyes with him. Mercy? I call upon mercy. I call upon Michael!
Okay. Very nice. Right.
And hopefully Michael responds.
Fortunately, Michael is not in a state to respond to you.
She's probably in that sword currently.
No.
Playing the sword for 20 years, and it's 10,000 years.
She is
She's
elsewhere
right now.
Yeah. His eyes widen a little bit, and he goes, "Bastard child of a fallen angel. You're worse than a Nephilim." And he's swings that suddenly become a lot more aggressive. As he's going to, yeah. Boop, boop.
Those all hit. But. Hold on.
But, Jen!
Maybe I don't think I do.
Oh, but I've got to do the mirror image thing.
Yeah.
So, roll a D.
Can we get rid of the lightning rush card real quick?
Oh, yes. Let me grab that. Very cool. Go ahead and roll your D12. Oh, what's this? Okay.
I'm giving him a disadvantage on his next D20 roll.
Right. So we'll apply that to. Do you want this to be after the attacks or before the attacks?
How about you?
Well, he has to roll to see if he gets the right thing.
But no, you roll. You roll a D12 for each.
It says give a creature disadvantage on its next D20 roll for the second one.
Well, yes, that's disadvantage on its next D20 roll, which would apply to one of the attacks.
Okay.
Which you've technically have to declare beforehand, but I'll just let it apply to one of them.
I was thinking when they have to swing to see if they get the real me.
No, you roll that.
You roll a
Oh, I
d20.
rolled that. Okay, so
No, you roll-
Yes, I will be.
Yes.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I missed.
Do you want to take that card back? Yeah, you need to roll a d20.
Okay, so
6 or higher.
So this is for the first one. Okay, yep.
attack
So
roll one.
that hits one duplicate. Second attack, roll another d20.
It'd be 8 or higher.
Okay,
Ooh.
so the second attack hits you, which will take that roll of damage there. And then for the third attack, roll again.
and
8 or higher. Because she has 2 up.
Still, yeah, so 8 or higher. Okay,
so seven.
and that one hits you as well. You have 2 duplicates remaining.
Okay. So I am now having all damage. So that's still a ton of damage. Okay, 8 plus 13 is 21. 21, and then 11. 24. Okay.
Okie dokie. And then his assault seems to continue. Did you want to impose disadvantage or anything? Prior?
Yeah.
Okay, so disadvantage on the first attack if you want to play that card. I'll just take it back. Recall. So 25. But still got to do the 20 roll.
Yep.
Okay, so
Good.
that's the second duplicate destroyed. Another d20 roll as this attack comes in. Roll, please absorb that one.
11 or higher. Come on.
I'm playing that.
All right.
That's for that,
Give me
yeah.
An advantage on my next d20.
Yep. Oh! Okay, right, this blow lands, seemingly to be striking with extra precision.
Okay. So that's 11. Well, it's 35.
Yeah, the radiant's easy enough to figure out.
So that's 46. Okay.
Right, and then another d20 roll to see if this final blow hits you or duplicate. Okay,
I'm
advantage
taking
in that one.
Yep.
Oh,
fuck.
okay, and this blow comes in. The hooked blade of the scythe seeming to avoid the duplicate, and the tip seeking right for you.
Okay. Well, that ability that got cast on me goes off.
Okay,
So
so
you
you drop to
drop.
0 and then go to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, dead. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Shit.
The Deva comes in,
Yeah, I'm not going to get a chance to do anything. So.
Yeah.
unable to get his
Nope.
flanking in. It'll just be normal attacks. But he gets a d10 on the first one because of the leadership from the other dude. Don't think it's needed to roll. He quickly rushes in with his own scythe. Go down, Cass.
Still have mirror image.
Yep.
Oh yeah, roll the mirror image. No, it hits.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not going to roll anything.
Wait. What is the thing for mirror image? What do you have to get?
11 or higher.
That's 11 or higher.
I pay this. You get you're another creature from me. Reroll your d20.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Oh, I tried, Tobes. I tried.
Shit.
Yeah, the dice are killing me tonight.
Dice
so-
are especially cruel.
Yes.
Right. Yes. The blade sinks in, Cass. Toby.
I'm
This
not dead.
this take is.
Whoa.
Well, are you at 0?
I have fun abilities that now start coming into effect.
Okay. What do you got?
Where is it?
Oh, for one, there's Death Ward.
Oh, Death Ward already
Death
went
Ward.
off.
That's already been out.
No, I have one that permits me to.
You can roll.
Rage.
Okay. Yeah.
I make
You get
a DC
to
10.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah. You can do that orc thing.
No, this is better than the orc thing.
You might want to
Yeah,
spend a.
keep going.
You might want to spend an inspiration, Tobes, or you have any, or no?
What do you need? What do you need?
What's your con bonus for the
12.
save? You should save the card for a later
Yeah,
one.
you can
because it goes
automatically
up by
pass the
5
first
each
one.
time.
Yeah.
You automatically pass the first and better than
Yeah.
half odds of passing.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
past the first one. The angel looks momentarily surprised as their blade sinks deep into you, Cass, puncturing something that feels vital, and yet you hold on. Rage and determination keeping you there. And you see a little mote of fear in this angel's eyes as you resist death.
Corvus shudders.
Quickly pulling back and trying to get you with a second swing. 18?
That meets my armor class.
Okay, so-
Mirror image again.
Mirror
though.
image then? Yep. Okay. No.
It was the
That was
best
a con
one.
save.
Right. We'll take that con save though. So that's
Yeah,
your 15
next
beat.
roll the same
The second blow
Still-
hitting home, and yet you stand. The archangel looking at you and just going, "Just let go and die." As they too are going to try and kill you.
Can I actually respond to that?
Yeah, go on.
Spit blood in his eyes.
The world is safe.
Okay, and suddenly they are swinging. Right, mirror image.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your mirror image is more cowardly than the actual cast and is trying to. Hey! The mirror image is hit.
And dissipates.
Yeah,
Dissipates.
leaving you standing alone. As it will swing again. 27.
Oh.
Go ahead and just give me your saving throw because the damage is pointless at this point. 20
Okay.
DC at this point.
Yeah. And it's going to fail.
Do.
Hey!
Don't make
You
it.
did it.
Right, the third blow from them.
I want to see Cassie get all the way to her turn.
Do you want to use a? Do you want to grab a card for someone for this one?
Do you want a card? What do you want, Tobes?
I'm going to need one because it's 25 right now.
Yeah,
All right, Tobes, I'm gonna give you this one. Okay.
I would be
here's this one.
fucking astounded if Cassie survives through to her turn.
Who just played theirs on the? Okay, so let me pick the back up. Okay.
Right, okay, right.
I'm trying.
Advantage, Cass.
I want Cassie to get a swing.
Okay. So
Cassie needs a round.
advantage con.
Where did all my cards
Oh.
go?
Yeah.
If you put them on the
just took
table,
my
I've recalled them. So
I did not
I-
put them on the table.
Yeah, I just lost
Yeah,
all
I
my
lost all 3
non-heroic.
of my
Oh, yeah.
regulars.
Yeah, you just recalled all the.
the regular ones.
Yeah.
I'll be nice and deal some out to people afterwards. Ugh.
Okay.
We can just draw.
My apologies. It's a bad interface.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
was
drop.
gonna
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
draw
just
up to your number.
Just drop. I'll drop. And if I get a play immediately, I'll immediately get rid of it because I won't want it.
Mhm.
This is fine.
And I do apologize if you had something good, but it's my bad.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
it happens.
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm fine with what I got instead.
I gained one of the ones I had back,
Right.
which I was wanted.
Hey,
So.
wait, Toby! I'm gonna give you this. Give you this. Use this, Toby. Use it.
Okay. That's
Only-
Read the ability.
Where?
I put it in his hand.
Okay.
But
I
does
don't know
that count if I?
It's use it during his turn right now. Do it.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Toby get a turn. Toby
Fuck it.
get a turn.
I'll let you have a turn, Tobes.
Yes.
Well, Tobes, what I was going to say. This would be a death blow for you, right? And they are not going to let you live. I was going to offer you. Do you want to go out swinging?
No, Cass is going out swinging. She's going to try and take this fucker with her.
Cass, go ahead and describe how you're going to take this angel out with you.
She's been stabbed through the back. She's bloodied, near death. And she just looks at him and goes, he's wearing a cloak.
Robes, yes.
She grabs him by the robes and hauls herself to him as she's falling down and just looks at him and goes, I've denied my fate. I've rejected my destiny. I am the storm. Clouds start forming around in the air above her in a cyclone. I am Caspia Steel Shod, and I deny you. And I'm calling down every bit of lightning that is left.
Okay. Cass.
Would you like Lightning Rush to deal an extra D12? There you go.
Okay. So, Cass lets go of her nature, unleashing it in all its pent-up fury. Her divinity, that wonderful lightning aspect that comes from Michael, cooling down storms around her. Her body exploding in radiance and lightning fury, lightning striking down from the sky from storm clouds that suddenly gather.
And she takes down D3 angels, right?
Creating a crater in the desert. The night sky around briefly lighting up, and Gifton on the horizon. You think you see a glimmer of light, and a few seconds later, about 10, you hear a crack of lightning. As Cassie takes down her attackers with her. And deals an extra D12 lightning damage, which if you want to roll that, Tobes,
just
you get it.
Injury, Toby. Fuck him up, Toby.
Roll a 1, for fuck's sake. An extra tickle of lightning damage on top of it.
A little static discharge.
It's like the after effect is little zap ground lightning that happens.
Just the ground around the area is just electrified and glassing as electricity moves around.
Cassie!
Yes, as Cassie, in her last moments of defiance, nukes 3 angels.
One of them's an archangel. Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Tobes, I do apologize.
Yeah.
Character
I knew
death
it was
sucks.
coming.
If you need to take some moment, do feel free. Otherwise, let's carry on.
Okay, hugs, Tobes.
Right. Let's see. Let's scroll back. I believe there are some sendings that should be arriving to people. Yeah, Gifton, as you're hearing this crack boom in the distance, yes, there is a buzzing of a sending stone in your pocket.
No, it's mental.
Oh, it's mental. Oh, it's a direct sending. Okay, you will get Corvus's message.
Let me scroll up, see what Corvus's message was.
Gifton, angels took Cass, 6 of them. 3 with Sives, a Morian. They took her. I tried to escape with her, but she pushed me.
I'm just out of character to say but she pushed me sounds like a bully at the same time.
I tried to escape her, but she pushed me over and I scraped my knee.
I got a boo-boo!
I'm sorry. I could have said it, but I couldn't keep that.
I couldn't fit. Threw me through building. So
Building hurt.
She pushed me in brackets into building. Somehow you understand the brackets.
Yes, yeah, no matter what Toby is fighting, if Toby had ever gone down, I was going to offer them the explosion route. There's a reason that they don't want to take down a Nephilim in a populace.
Yeah, because Nephilim go boom with angelic energy.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
They also don't have the control of their essence to contain it when they die.
Yeah, it is like the supernatural thing when they radiate out.
Yeah, well, most angels that die will do that thing, but it's not going to blow up things around them because they have a bit of self-control there.
Yeah,
The energy turns inwards mostly. Nephilim not so much.
Angels implode, Nephilims explode.
Yeah, there's a reason they're considered really dangerous.
I'm just imagining that angels are used to take down buildings people don't want anymore.
Now, it would be really nice if, like in Heroes of the Storm, Vala would explode in her death, like Azrael.
You're getting back. Corvus, I was taken by Toriel, very far away. Can't get back. Warned others of angels and Cass. See lightning near me. Stay on task, my loves.
Okay, you received that message, Corvus.
I think you've fallen a little into character.
But
Stay
Aaron,
on
did
task.
you saying ascending in front of somebody else that she's trying to stay in character? So
Yeah.
And Gifton, you see Turio actually looking into the distance, and her shoulders sag a little bit, and you can hear that strange high-pitched sound around you. Various different frequencies, the different angelic
I'm
channels.
trying to listen in on it.
Perception check.
There's my character sheet. There's my character sheet. Do.
Okay. You hear this is Hoffnil. The Nephilim is dealt with. Cuscio and the others have fallen. We're off to search. And then you hear various acknowledgements. And Turio looks at you.
You heard that?
I'm sorry.
They would have done the same thing to me.
Perhaps. I don't know. I didn't want to risk you being found.
I don't want you to get in trouble. They're going to think you're being derelict if you're not looking.
Oh, I don't have to look more now, do I? Do you want me to take you back? I can take you back or anywhere you want.
I don't know what I should do. I'm worried. I should be with her. She was my friend.
It's not safe to go there.
I'm supposed to protect her.
And she'll actually wrap her arms around you, Gifton.
I promised. I promised I would keep her safe. I swore. It was my duty, and I keep failing. I lost him, and now I've lost her. And I will get the rest of them killed if I go back. I'm so scared.
Not your fault. Not your fault.
It's my fault. I think I'm smart. I show off things. I use stupid name.
It is not your fault. You weren't discovered by them. You didn't bring this on. You didn't bring this on your friend.
I don't know that. They are going to send me away. It is the smart thing to do.
And she squeezes you tighter.
I can't bring trouble to you too.
Not bringing trouble to me.
I am. You're out here in the desert with something you don't even know what it is.
I'm out here in the desert because I saw something beautiful, and I will not let my brothers and sisters destroyed because of their bigotry and their...
Ignore that.
I can't stand what they are doing. I can't stand what they've done.
They are trying to do the right thing. Everybody is.
They are failing. There is nothing right about this.
They think, they are protecting everyone.
Of us here to provide protection. We're here to spy and listen and keep watch over a society that's harmless. And now, just because there's something that they are ashamed of, that they fear, This is not on you. This is on them.
Then hug Thuriel. You're a good person. I know that. But I don't want you to get trouble, okay?
Any trouble I
Not
find will
want
be
it.
my own. And you know I'm a good person, and I know you are a good person. I can see it. I can feel it.
I am a bit of an idiot, if really we're going to be honest.
We all make mistakes. We're all idiots in the end. There's not one perfect being in existence, not amongst us, not the gods, nothing.
No. Everybody is trying to, they want their mamas and papas to be proud of them, They get told things, they do things. And they get scared. Fear makes people do terrible things. Fear makes people make terrible deals in the dark. But I don't know. Do you think it will be okay? Should I wait here for a bit? Or should I go back?
She sort of looks off into the distance, seemingly just looking at the horizon.
I don't want you to get in trouble waiting out here with me, though.
I've dealt with her. I'll take you home, it'll be safe.
Please.
I don't know how safe this place is with all of us here.
I have to move on, probably. It is okay. They were talking about sending me away anyway. It will be better.
I think with how these things go, you might have a few days without us in the city. There will be some attempts to give space after the intrusion. And
Papa will be very angry after this. I would expect she would not like blood spilled like this.
oh,
I am sorry for the angels who died. I wait for them with my friend.
they died doing their duty.
Yes. They did. It is sad.
It was their choice ultimately.
I don't suppose you want to run away and join the circus together.
That might not be such a bad idea.
Alright, I guess we should go back. I will, I am staying at the Sweet Succulent. It is an inn, at least until my friend sent me away. So, after that, I don't know where I will be.
She pulls you into another tight hug. And then there is that rush of motion. That sound of wings fluttering. And you hear talking and movement around you as you arrive in the alleyway of the city streets. And you can smell that familiar smell of the sweet succulent cooking. You can hear the sounds
Give
of...
my friend another tight hug. You're pretty good at that. And I've been on a couple of those rides. I wink at her.
Yeah. I try not to jar people too much.
You have a very gentle touch. I will sing to you if it is okay.
I would like that.
You're my friend. I am yours. Okay. Thank you for keeping me safe. You are stupid brave. I am just
You need
plain
me.
stupid, so thank goodness for you.
You may just call me, okay? If not,
Of course.
I guess 10,000 years, right?
Yes, I mean, after all that time, we're gonna have a lot of catch up to do. You're gonna need to let me see in your book. I want to read all about people that you have seen.
Are you a quick reader?
I am doing okay. I got the scroll. I'm going to trade with you in a bit.
And she smiles a little bit and then digs into her bag and pulls out one of these little journals of hers and holds it out to you. Oh, hopefully you can get through that in 10,000 years.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I read a lot. Well, faster than yeah. I got to get through this scroll. I'll hold out the scroll. I gotta get through this. And I will show it to you. It's of my people. I'll show it to you sometime.
I look forward to it.
I haven't got to read it yet.
Well, you get
Right.
started on that. You be safe.
I'll get started. All right, I'll be safe. You be safe too, Toriel.
And she gives you another quick hug.
May the melody carry you, my dear friend. I hug her tight.
And she smiles and steps back. And then there she's gone. Gift and perception check, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I not get left alone? Is it the next kill squad coming? Please? No.
That is correct. You can not get left alone.
No. I'll see
Okay.
shit.
Corvus is sending you another
Actually,
sending.
you know what? Fuck.
Aren't you in?
No, I
Can it
came
be
back.
done? Okay.
I came back. I went to Lel's.
You know what? I'm spending a heroic. I want to reroll.
Okay.
I want a perception roll here. Alright, come in, normal. Alright, I'm gonna roll a d6 because I'm spending one of my woe and wheel dice. Come on. Yes! 14!
I'm just gonna give it to you.
Struggle so hard.
With her gone, you left sort of staring into the space that she was, and out of the corner of your eye, you see Razem just slipping back around the corner, a look of relief on their face briefly before they're gone.
The drow.
I'm going to go back around the corner.
And as you sort of move to get to the corner real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You hurry.
Yep, I hurry.
Right, you get to the corner and you see them pause a good 20 feet from you.
I'm gonna rush over and give them a hug.
They sort of turn to face you and you give them a tight hug and they seem to take it well and just drape an arm around you. I was just coming to check up on you.
Yes. I weathered the storm.
And you hear that voice message in your head from Corvus as you are saying this. Yes. A crack on the distant storm, yes.
This is a lot closer than you'd expect sometimes.
What it might be. Yeah.
I'm glad you're safe. I was worried about you too.
Corvus is getting some weird messaging from all this.
I have to choose to respond. I have not responded
Yeah, I
to you
know.
yet.
Yeah, he's always one.
I was
It's like,
about-
what?
I was worried about you too. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. If you need to stay away, I understand. It's okay. But
was,
I think we'll be quiet now.
Or has anything bad happened to me? And she smiles faintly. So
I smile up at her and of course not. You're pretty amazing. Don't worry.
would
I
you like to get a drink?
could use a pretty hard one. If you don't mind.
And she sort of lets you go, but her hand moves down to grasp yours.
I will take her hand and give it a really tight squeeze. Like,
She squeezes back before just sort of motioning with her head. Come along then, I know a nice place.
all right.
And
And I will then message back
Mhm.
Corvus in my head. Yeah. There, I think that's all my words.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You got 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say clap, clap, clap.
I'm reading that message, and all I can think is Corvus is going, "Oh God, Cass killed 6 angels."
Yeah.
There, I'll just say that.
Okay, you received that message, Corvus.
Thank God for contractions.
Wow! I think it'd be way funnier if it was just "I'll be" and then cut off.
I'll be.
Tell
I
Day,
will be.
Yes.
where are you heading from the temple, my friend?
Well, I guess that depends on one or two things.
Uh-huh.
I did message Shax too with my stone. That was the other person I messaged.
I've been waiting for it to get around us.
Okay, do you want me to go to them first, Tell Day, so that they
Yeah,
might be able to communicate with
might
you?
as well go.
Yeah. Okay, Shaxon and Carrick, you arrive towards Talar's about the time you get that message from Gifton. Yes, you get the message from Gifton.
Shax will perk up, and I'm assuming, given how quick the combat was, there's not a terribly long distance in
There
between
is not.
when I got that message and then I got that.
Yeah, the
Because
combat
I'm
was
pretty sure-
like 12 seconds or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know for a fact that Shax should probably get a bit of a bing to himself for the thing he'd put on the weapon dissipating.
Yeah, I think so. If only I can't
It
see
was
how an artificer would know it'd be fine to do another one otherwise.
Mhm.
I'll check on that, but we'll say for now,
Relay.
yeah.
He has a relay that he sees all those lights blinking.
I was just saying a little lights
Uh-huh.
blinking on his armor, somehow hidden by the illusion.
Shax will, as they're going, I'm assuming moving with the animals, actually stop dead in his tracks and go, they have found Cassie. And then there's like that brief pause and he goes, and she is now dead.
About
My
then,
brain just parsed that in Tell Days. You know,
about
Just
then,
like, there's that pause of
Yes.
waiting for information,
Yeah.
essentially.
about then, you see Corvus appear a little distance away, stepping out the empty, and seemingly doing the somatic motions for sending himself.
And then kind of pacing around aimlessly, then doing it again.
And Corvus,
then
when you
screaming.
receive the message back from Gifton, you see Shaxton and Carrick. With a
He holds
Hearts.
out his hands and rushes over.
Hello, Corvus. Cassiopeia is dead.
I just found out. Do you know what Gifton is at all?
The only message I'd gotten from her was that she was taken by the angel she had befriended before. That is his last bit of information I was given, that, and they were looking for her. Cassie.
Yeah, she was with Terrell, and then brought her back, and then is now with Razum, which can we all say it's him?
two.
Who do you think?
Would you like any of us who haven't bothered to try and put together in character roll something for her? Can we just assume that they can go, yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm not giving to you. Yeah, if you want to.
No, I know that it may be not, but this is just Corvus
Mhm.
doing Corvus things.
Yeah. I think it's safe to assume it was probably a good assumption, but all things considered, I do not think he will hurt her.
No, I'm getting real sick and tired of angels.
And then 6 more
What's that for,
suddenly
Carrick?
appear on either side of you.
I mean, on the
Carrick
bright side,
hasn't actually.
Oh, you haven't even thought about that?
Put it together
Yeah.
because he hasn't been thinking that route.
Yeah, it's
so.
like it looks like they're talking about Rezem maybe being Raziel.
Hmm.
That's based on context.
Why?
huh? They don't look anything alike. I mean, they got pretty blue eyes.
Why would they?
She's a very polite woman.
I guess I could.
She did give you that come hither
Yeah.
stare.
I'm guessing they're fine. If that is who that is, we should.
I think she is safe under their care currently.
That leaves one person unaccounted for. Currently.
I do not have a stone to him. Are you able to do one?
He was
Doing
going
something?
to the temple to talk to the priestesses with
Yes.
Gifton.
Yes.
Gifton, and
Yes.
he is no Gifton is no longer with him, so no one can talk to him currently. Can one of you two please send him to him?
Give me a second.
Out of character because
I
I
never got her cat.
changed my sending to 0. Is this the same day that the Sphinx's guards talked to us? Or is this the second
Yeah.
day?
This
This is
is
the day.
It's the same day.
Yeah.
Sunday,
Okay, so yeah, I
he
don't
broke
have
off
Bank,
Sunday and
we
got
talked to him.
Yeah, because then I
Mhm.
do not have a sending spell then. Because
Yeah.
yes, I've used my one a day.
Yeah,
What
I'm
is,
completely spent on. I actually do have one
Talon?
tutorial day, but I just gotta remember to pull it out.
Is it?
Mhm.
It's not Talon. It's Ta.
How they? What?
Talal.
Hello.
Talal.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, I
So-
think you're going with where we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tala.
Tal Al?
Tellal.
Talal.
Tell.
There's just one L. Okay.
Ta.
Lol.
I'm also off of my sending
I
stone
was
list,
right.
deleting the two
That
that
was
went to
Tal.
cast
Oh.
because
Okay.
that is tall.
Yeah, it's Tall All.
Talal.
For some reason I thought it started with an E. I think it might have just been mistaken pronunciation.
It's Tall Al. Hey, Al.
No, I'll.
Here's the thing. Well, until they start messaging other people, knowing that shit went wrong.
No, my press is spell slots.
I mean, you can probably include in the message everyone else around filling you in, and that probably covered that.
Yeah.
They'll know not to message other people because they're already aware of it.
Oh, you messaged him? Okay.
That's what's
Corvus is currently doing it.
Corvus is typing
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot.
Use the right name.
I forgot to. Gifton is missing, but safe.
Shazam! Wow.
Congratulations, you're not the
Okay.
superhero.
Well, listen, someone now has to inherit the lightning, so
There is Gifton is missing but safe. I am with Carrick and Sax.
also I really like to imagine
Jackson.
that the somatic motions of sending are basically just typing in the air.
I love it. I love the idea.
Okay, yeah, Telday, you received that message. With Gifton is missing but safe.
Okay. So in that case, I do have one or two questions about the environment in which I find myself.
Mhm.
Have things changed substantially in the temple area in that brief period since I entered it?
Not really, no.
There have been a number of angels in there briefly. And
Yeah, but they left
There was a
before
lot of
you
rushing
did.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, nothing rushing back in at any point.
Doesn't seem to be.
All right.
There's a hubbub going on in the upstairs where the gods are, with a lot of angels.
Yeah, basically just
There's
trying
nothing
to know
that you
if
can
there
say
would
has
have been,
happened.
yeah, other tip-offs of anything else that would have been changing my possible response.
Can't believe I
Okay.
hit.
You just get the reply of, "Who is Shazam?"
It's sex.
Sex? What?
Sex.
Sexin. Oh my.
Well, somebody's gone native.
Shax.
Good night,
It's
everybody.
Gifton.
Okay, I am having problems with names.
No, just
okay.
Corvus is having a mild stroke.
No, what you're supposed to go is, these sending spells work just like cell phones and stupid
Names Baines to
autocorrect.
James.
Stupid autocorrect.
Names Bond's having a strong quarter-bondulance.
Oh, you're making it harder for people to send sending spells.
My
Hmm?
my brain is running faster than my hands and my mouth. I
It's
can't
okay.
talk or
okay.
type.
It's okay.
I pat Marcus.
Yeah. pat.
We're not angry. Excuse you.
I
It's really
know
funny.
it's my stupid dyslexia, and the moment I started saying "shax," it kind of reared its head.
Just start blaming autocorrect on the
I
spell.
really
It's
like
fine.
Shazam as a nickname for him, though.
Yes.
I'm for it.
I'm just gonna start calling you Captain Marvel.
Are you
until
replying
they're-
to update, by the way?
He's typing
I was
at the
just
speed
taking
of Thorday.
advantage.
I love how we add
It's gift and
questions.
safe.
I love
Well,
I
how
can't
we.
respond.
Do you wish to bury her is a reasonable question, but also has taken me off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the circumstances of her death aside from dead by angels.
I mean, the
So,
rest of us are in that same boat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
so all I've got is
Also, that first sentence
maybe
is
she
an
was
abject
just-
lie.
It'll be there swiftly in context of the movement of the species he currently is.
But you start heading that way then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's part rogue. He has like triple move.
I will move at a quickened pace.
Okay. You start making your way through Toulouse. It will take a little bit to get there.
Telde.
Making your way in this
Well,
world today.
Telde.
Toward day.
Torte. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, from what I can tell, Gifton is safe.
Okay. Right, you get that message.
Oh, you burned another sending?
Yes, that was my last one.
Ah, sweet. So I can.
Well, I
apply.
have spell slots.
Yeah, you have other slots for it.
Yeah.
I really have the problem if I can't learn the spell.
I had it and I lost it.
I never get it.
I never did.
I'm not the
either.
class that has it anymore.
Don't answer with questions.
Answer with questions. It's funnier.
No, you need to make sure you say that every time you send a message to Telde. Don't answer with questions.
I did add more words.
You can always choose not to answer his questions.
Yeah, I know.
Just don't.
I will be there
You
swiftly.
can say
and
no
tell
to
them who I
drugs.
am. You can say no to spell slots.
So the group of them are heading on to Talal's. Yay.
Yeah.
With all the animals.
And then get back.
Where are you at? Lals.
Yeah, we were already there.
There we go.
All but Torte.
Right.
Corvus
I
pining
mean,
for the viewers
to
to
be
get.
fair, a lot of us really thought they had a connection, even if it wasn't entirely as romantic as we'd hoped. It was. Corvus does seem to care about Cassie.
Corvus cares about all of
Okay, that's the message you get.
Cassie's just the one that always runs into things first.
Carrick's picking up the box of screaming.
Oh, not anymore.
What is that? Oh.
Tiny loud fox creatures.
Oh,
They're
okay.
called
Can we
Fennecs.
not
They're adorable.
have?
And they're adorable.
He has gained pets.
They mostly eat mice.
So
Feed
You
them
always
on-
eat mice or things about the size of mice. Oh wait, shit.
Cass is
them
dead,
locusts.
Garrick.
Yes, I know that. Unfortunately, I think we
And
should.
I have no idea where that is because the angels took her and left. It's somewhere, who knows?
I think that fairly squarely puts us something out of our realm of control currently, and something we should not be losing sleep over. It is terrible, but it's not something we can control currently.
Yeah, unfortunately, my spells are not for the seeking variety. You see him kind of focusing and thinking, because as he looks at his
Valuable spell
he's getting
slots.
thinking.
Fabled
shouldn't
spell
have
slots are
happened.
being used to me.
This should not.
Use the gift and
I could have.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. That's why I typed it out.
We probably couldn't outrun them, but we could have bought more time. She just went her own way, and I lost
to
sight
do
of
what?
her.
Die by them as well? Do you honestly believe we are a match for an angel? Let alone an archangel.
I don't know about the archangel, but we killed them before.
Out of character, we don't know that there was one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just giving the general thing of an angel, let alone one, knowing that those do exist and they are generally a thing.
Yeah. We know archangels exist, but
Yes.
just
Yeah, it's
we know
basically posing that point of
experience
there's still an issue
one.
for
So,
us, yeah.
We don't know what they were. We've had to deal with them.
There. I'm sending you that back mentally.
I think we need to all get back together and figure out whether it's just we need to head out now or what.
That does seem like our best course of action.
We need ways to deal with them.
Right now, we need ways to avoid them.
Yes, that is imperative. But we still need ways to deal with them. They throw themselves around like we are just specks to them.
Because we are to them.
We've
known that.
We can be better.
I get the feeling that the things that we're going to be able to make from that large rock might be able to help in that matter, but we need to strive to the point of being able to smith that.
They also
So hiding is the order of the day.
Where we are ignoring us anyways. You forget we're in a time away from us.
Yeah.
We are in a time where they're much more concerned with busy work than in our time, where they seem to be electing to stay away as much as they can.
Poor day. You make great speed and are arriving around this point.
I like to imagine you rolled up into a shell and just rolled the whole way.
Yeah, I fucking sound like it. Spin dash.
Oh, no. Definitely just spun like a shell getting fired out of a freaking cart.
Oh, God, wait, are you
He automatically went to somebody in first place.
Because if it's blue, Corvus was here first, so he counts.
Uh-huh. I'm getting a torte shell. Oh, wow.
Well, I'm guessing since you are still with us, though, Corvus, that they have not decided to...
They were very adamant about not causing a scene, I take it. Especially in town.
What did they say?
It's probably a bad idea to kill someone in the middle of town, yes.
What did they say during your encounter?
They said, well, one of them, Crucio, whatever, he just approached and said, "Come with us, child," and it wasn't backing down. I think they knew pretty evident to what she was. And then I was trying to get it more in line to what she is showing. It's part of being a Heian priestess. They had to get permission from Heia and dealing with Heian stuff, and I don't think they believe those tales. And I told I was some guardian of hers, and they said, for your sake and everyone's sake here, she should come with us. And then we kind of tried to escape. She went over a building. She pushed me into the building.
My guess is it was
Then I came here.
seeing through the illusion then, because they would have gotten
I think they knew what she actually was as far as her heritage, more than what they were seeing her as a centaur.
More than likely some form of detection of that specific kind of energy they release. Because you would assume they release something more divine, yes?
Yeah.
To the GM. I'm going to guess it's history over religion, but I'm going to ask. Trying to recall knowledge of
Nephilim.
Yes, and how they've been stuffed through the ages that I can come up with.
Anything in particular? Because I don't want to do just an info dump of everything.
I'm basically looking if this seems like something, if one was found out there.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me a history roll.
History, okay.
Yeah, standard execution procedure, that's right.
Regular or disadvantage?
It will... Do you want disadvantage or do you want a high DC?
I think high DC is more appropriate.
Yeah, I'll take a high DC.
Right, high DC then. Okay. Well, you've read some odd books.
I have a bunch of books from Grandma.
Yes, in something from Grandma's collection, you saw some speculative but seemed pretty educated thoughts on how angels would actually track down Nephilim. Angels are not able to see a lot about a mortal, their soul, their general energy. And it's postulated that yes, a Nephilim would give off a significantly different aura, and it's supposed to be quite a powerful one. It's very localized, but if it's looked for, it can be found, and you have no idea whether the disguises would stand up to the scrutiny. You also know that the mentioning in the old days of the word Nephilim was used as a detector by angels. It wasn't a widely spread word. They tried to keep it that way for a long time. These days, in your modern times, less useful as it is a word uttered quite often by scholars in discussions, but back in this period, it would have been a big alarm bell.
Let's not bring the word up of what she
I
was.
don't think I used the word.
Well, in character, I'm saying that without actually.
Sure.
From something from my grandmother's collection, I believe possibly during this time that may have been a word heard by them as an alarm. They can
like saying a specific angel's name, yes?
Yes, and I believe at this time it was a word they were hiding, so they probably could see it. I believe, from what I've read, that they could actually see our souls, and they would those types would have a very distinct view, and I do not know if our disguises would hold up to that.
It might have been something I didn't think to cover.
Which also, we believe her safe, but we should probably make sure that our other companion does not get
I don't know where she is. She's just somewhere with some unknown.
We should probably tell her at least not to utter that word out loud.
Not.
And I don't know if using it in ascending would cause the same issue. It may. For those who have communicated with her since this, did she seem that she was safe?
Yes,
she is.
She says she is.
With sendings, I don't think she would hide that from us. But we should make sure we see her as soon as we have an option. I think it might be a good idea with what has gone that we do prepare to probably have to leave soon.
You two need to finalize what you're doing with this rock. We still need to
Talal-
Make sure there's anything left.
We still need to get this string fur
thread.
thread.
That is when we're
Talal-
headed to the temple, yes?
Yes, Talal is out. He will be back. Looking up at the sky.
At dawn.
Pretty soon, probably.
How much longer do you
Unfortunately,
expect to
Toralday
have
needs to do
with
his
this?
talk too.
Yeah. We should make sure we continue with things that are planned, though.
Ideally not long, but ideally not long with it, but given it is a new knowledge we are learning and one that has been lost to time before, I cannot tell you an exact period of time.
Just write down everything.
We have.
And what about the thread? It disintegrates if we go through. How are we going to get that into our time?
That is an excellent question.
I think I may know.
I do know.
I do not believe I have the same limitations as the three of you.
Take the long way around?
Yes.
Is that even
Jackson,
possible?
You.
We won't know until we try.
Sir,
All things age.
that is a long time.
But not many
You
things
hear in your
die.
head.
That is.
Talday.
We also. Talday, do not take this the wrong way. The idea is sound and that your body doesn't, but what about what the parts that move and such? Like Corvus mentioned, the parts do age, even mechanical parts.
You
blade
have
rusts.
already met one smith that may assist in this. I shall simply endeavor
With
to meet
maintenance,
others.
you should be able to sustain, but my concern is for memory limitations.
You're gonna find out that for some reason they built Warforged with only like
10
half a
terabytes.
gig, like half a gig of RAM.
10,000
It's
years
512
is a
memory.
long time to remember something.
If need be, I will simply find a place that you may discover the item safely.
In a place that we have no knowledge on. No
I will
locations.
ensure you will.
I mean, as we understand the
He does have 10,000 years to figure it out.
and the time pathways, if I remember, we were told that those who need them would be able to use them. If something did happen, he could, provided at least one of the Sphinxes is around, still be able to possibly use them to return to our time. I do not relish leaving you here, Talday, if that is what it comes to.
Think of it this way. You are merely hurrying back, and I will see you soon.
We have time before that. Maybe even the Sphinx may have another idea that will allow us all to go back together.
Corvus winces a bit.
That remain.
But first we must obtain that.
We do also have a backup idea we can ask as a failsafe. I was intending to talk to Talal and ask him if he could try and make sure that once he was done with his and the item that that was made of his bar, if he could make sure they stayed in this city, we know where it is in the future. It's just a matter of getting to that sandstorm.
The city gets obliterated.
Out of character, no, it doesn't. It's the one in the sandstorm, Marcus.
Oh, right, it's the one in the stupid. Okay,
Unfortunately, our characters
right.
don't know about the ones in the sandstorm anyway. So.
Yeah,
I thought you were told it was the one in the sandstorm.
I will say this.
You know
we
of
do
it, but you don't know its state.
Yeah.
We do know where we entered was supposed to be where the Sphinx lair was, and we came out someplace else.
Yeah.
yeah. And Corvus is thinking that this city is that Sphinx's temple.
Remember, we were told that Aquila does not live here, so where we entered would have been someplace else. But where we are now,
the old capital of Zaha, whatever that may be.
We get him to seal in something that can hopefully survive the years, and with any luck, it's still there, and it's just a matter of finding where there is.
And it hasn't been dug up by some random explorer.
Tracks. It'll be around, I'm guessing. The map you have that we got for where the Sphinxes are.
Yeah, Shax will reach in his map case, and pull it out.
Is there any cities labeled on it? Or is it just got the spots for the Sphinxes labeled?
Were you given the original map, or did you make a copy?
We were given a map by the guy at the table.
Okay.
Actively gave us the map.
Yeah, in that case, there is a town on the other side of basically the direction you're heading to. There's this place, then you hit the Sphinx's Temple, and then maybe another 7 days travel past that, there is what looks like to be another sign of civilization. It's not particularly marked how big it is or so on, but there is a place marked on the map. Unfortunately, it's not a continent-wide map. It's
Does it have the name of the town written on it?
Yes, it would. 1 second. I have to make up a random name.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We can worry about that. We can worry about that part later. I just wanted to make sure that we would have some type of name.
Yeah, and you guys are giving us basically a reference point. That's
there is a town called Gida.
Gida?
Gida, yes.
Is that like Gilda but without the D, without the L? Gida.
That's close.
Oh, okay. Get out of here.
Oh, and the name of your the place you're currently in is marked as well.
Good. I was going to be I was actually going to ask. I was Tulia. Oh no. So have we seen any Pegasus?
You've been waiting for that one for a while.
Oh dear.
Or is that a random name and it's just like, that's too good to pass up?
It's literally, I made up the name of the Tudian Empire long before Tudia became a thing, so yeah.
So is this where the Pegasus live? No. Then Gedal's the one past Aquila.
Yes.
And okay. Well, we've got some place names, and my guess is our.
Carrick, did you have a map from the area we were traveling in our time?
Did we have a map?
I think you specifically had a map that you'd made before.
Oh, is it in your inventory?
I have a map of the original continent. Yeah, I only have a hand-drawn map of that he drew, which is of Barast. Yeah, I don't believe we saw a map when we.
Yeah,
frick.
I poured over some maps for a while.
That was within a month,
fairly
right?
sure I don't.
Yeah, we don't have a current time map. I know that we don't have a current time map.
We don't have a full one. We have one that marks where Aquila is.
Right. So you did see a map. You do have keen mind. So you would recall if you had. So you're trying to think. Did you see that place on that map? Is what I'm guessing was going on here.
Is there any reference points on here we can use to basically triangulate where we are now compared to where we've seen in the?
Oh yeah. No, because the Sphinx's temples are lost in the modern time. They weren't on the map. Akila's was only recently found and is glass, but has not been marked on maps.
Rivers and stuff, though, right?
Go ahead. You've got to mind, but I'm still going to want an intelligence check for this.
Okay.
Geologist quivers.
I don't care about geology.
I know 10,000 years rivers could change. I know. But you're just saying.
You've got no idea.
Maybe like bays. I don't know. Shit.
Again, this is a local map. You can't even see the coast on this map.
This does not give a whole lot of the whole area. We may have to wait until we get back. But if we know the place here, our benefactor may remember where that was.
Not only that, but we can probably from that triangulate at the very least.
Yes.
It gives us a starting point, and so if we ask him to hopefully make sure the thing stays here, with any luck it's not somewhere that's completely destroyed, and with any luck it's not taken.
Yes. I have a feeling...
Far from odds, but it's better odds than we have not asking.
I mean,
Yes.
one person who'd definitely know where this is again would be Thea. We've asked her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God would know where her shit got shifted around.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I mean by our benefactor.
Yeah, that's why we're not actually saying names.
Sorry.
We should probably get back to the inn.
Got
Carrick
baby eggs to
looks
take care
at
of,
the
though.
critters. You all should probably go back to the inn.
Do you want to stay here and take care of them?
Yes, I should.
To keep
Have
the warm.
you secured all of the creatures you wish?
Carrick looks
It
wistful,
seems like yes.
No, impossible.
but goes, I believe we have all the ones that we need, and I have some friends and even a gift for Gifton.
Saxon Carrick,
Yes.
when you were with Talal,
Yes.
did he possibly have phosphorus or mercury in his labs or whatever?
First, I'm going to ask the GM what type of roller would I make to know what that is, because I do not have anything.
I'm going
that
to
would
do straight intelligence.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't have alchemy. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an alchemist of any way,
Would
shape.
I be able to hold tools or something like that to be able to or get advantage on it?
I wouldn't even ask you to roll, Jackson.
Okay. Well,
Just say
would Shaq be aware of any of it?
I do not know what those are. I apologize.
That's fine.
Say saw or no?
And
You smelled mercury when he fixed his hat.
no phosphorus.
Mm-hmm.
He just hasn't built the right technology.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, he could not even know what this stuff is.
He hasn't gotten that far up the science tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to put more points in there.
Yeah,
No, I
he
think
hasn't
he
hasn't gotten a Eureka.
Wonders.
No,
Yeah,
he
you
has
have
enough
more
points. Unfortunately, the rest of the culture
Hey,
doesn't.
I
And
keep
yes,
spending it
yes,
all
Mercury.
on free food areas so your population will go up.
Shax will, be sitting there for then going, you did not have phosphorus, but I do remember seeing mercury.
Corvus reaches in his pocket and just hands over 40 gold. Just see what you can get with this, as much as you can.
What are you going to use it for?
Components.
I am going to ask out of character right
gather that
now. What are you planning of us? Because I have joked many times about the elemental reactions on this setting being different because they're magically controlled and such, but I'm not joking. So I need to know what you're planning with Mercury.
The symbol spell.
Okay, right, that's fine.
Oh,
Material components. For
you're thinking it was
Material
actually an alchemical thing
Yes.
that he was
No,
doing.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no. I just need
Okay.
a lot of mercury. Among other things
I
that
don't
he's been
want to
trying
get
to get a
locked up.
hold
Don't
of.
symbol spell me.
See how much you can get, as much as you can.
I'll see what I can without making it so he's unable to use his things as he needs.
Of course. Let's go back to the tavern. We can't do anything. Wait for Gifton
Carl.
to return.
Tarlday needs to do his thing.
Yes, Tarday needs to do his stories before we.
We gotta. I mean, you're gonna rouse a lot of suspicion. There's already a missing priestess.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, most of you heading back to the inn. Carrick staying behind with the animals.
Boxes.
yeah.
Scree.
Carrick, the body language of these little creatures is very strange.
Move all around.
Normally you're used to like excited blink dog jumping up at you and such. When these get excited, they seem to like crouch down and sort of wiggle, and like it's almost like a submissive posture, but they're happy. It's bizarre.
They also zoom away,
Yeah.
and then come back, and then they zoom away, and then they
Yeah.
come back.
I will learn their language.
Oh my god.
Is Shaxton going to do the Mercury thing now, or are you heading back to the inn?
I'm waiting until he's there and I can ask him. I'm not going to march into his house and take things.
Okay. All right.
Real quick before we continue, just because
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm doing stuff. I'm guessing I need to actively be keeping these things warm and cold.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this. Oops, didn't do the thing I wanted to do. I wish it didn't do that because I missed the eye. I'm guessing I can use a couple casting of this to swap between hot and cold and keep things in.
Yes, you can.
Warm stones and cold. Okay.
Make some rocks cold, make some rocks hot.
Yeah.
Some
I'm
things.
gonna.
You could probably do the inverse of what the heat metal idea was, of just chill a bunch of metal, then put the rocks in to chill the rocks, and then on
Yeah.
top of that.
I just would want to make sure that
Yeah,
version
you can
would be
manage it.
enough to do it. Okay. So I just need to figure
He's a
it out.
smart boy. You can figure it out.
Okay. So you will stay doing that. Most of you head back to the inn. Telday. Yep, it is story time for Telday. What kind of stories are you going to tell Telday?
When Tweedle Beetles battle.
Careful.
I could never do the
Careful,
true
our-
honor of speaking
I
of
was
the
just seeing
Tweedle Beetle
Our
battle.
GM would actually make that be read, I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
It actually would actually require someone to read it out.
Why do you
No,
think
I'll
I'm-
talk about how there was once a fish, and then there was two of them, and one was blue, and another was red.
There was a baby shark. Do,
do,
do, do, do.
Dude.
But yes, what kind of stories are you doing Telday?
Yeah. I am going to try to tell a few different stories, one of which is a bit about the gnolls. I want to make sure to mention a bit about the life of the gnolls, and see if people, will be willing to learn about their not exactly neighbors.
When you start telling stories of gnolls, there is obviously a little bit of disquiet in the audience. Like there's a bit of thing of why are they talking about this? This is a clearly touchy subject, but they do pay attention, and you are able to get through it. No jeering or anything like that. Just a little bit of mild confusion, but rapt attention
Respect,
nonetheless.
but, yeah.
Yes.
I will also remind them that some stories are important to remember because they are family, or because the contributions are not always just the heroes who rush in and everything serves a purpose. And I will tell the story of a family that makes wonderful creations and have been blessed for their creations over the ages.
Okay. Very nice. Right. I would like you to give me a performance check, please.
Of course. I lost my window. Where did you go, window?
That's all right. Silly thing for you to lose. It's right there on the wall.
Oh, yes. Just checking to make sure whether I should. Okay, yeah, I got some rerolls to burn in case. Oof. Yeah,
Oh.
fuck it. I am.
Well, everything's okay. You know, it's not an auto failure.
It's a skill check. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But if you want to do
but
better, you can.
He wants to do better.
I do.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
All right.
No,
my
I had
best,
6 to
but-
that.
Well, thank
I
you.
had 6 to it. Let's make it just blow it out of the fucking water. Fuck it.
32.
Yeah, he gives you the genius idea of don't use the word Barast if you want to tell any stories about Barast. So, okay, so a 32 then. Yes, you spend the night telling stories using both a mixture of your own actual experiences, carefully avoiding mentioning things that shouldn't be mentioned, as well as things you've learned in the local culture, and creating stories from that.
I will mix in some of the stories of Warforged that I've been told by
Okay.
the various Warforged that I've been able to speak with.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, you are able to hold the audience rapt attention for a couple of hours. There seems to be a lot expected of you, and you do gather a large crowd. The inn is packed, overflowing even. You can see people listening in from outside the doors.
Cop on the wall.
Yeah, basically. By the time it's over, it's not quite applause. There's no cheering or anything like that, but there is a lot of murmur of appreciation, a lot of respectful silence. There's even a little bit of ceremony to it. They all seem to bow their heads at about the same time, things like that, and you feel like it went well. A little hard to tell with how they behaved with it, but it feels like this was what was expected. Or if it was any different, the difference was appreciated.
Aw, Tilda gets to be the good boy still. Head pat.
I will thank the host for allowing me such a wonderful venue, which I was able to spread stories.
Yeah.
And
As people actually start to filter out, Amor does come up to you as you thank him, and he actually clasps your forearm and just looking up at you, and goes, "It was a fine night. I very much appreciate you doing this. You've had a lot of experiences."
If you have time, I would listen.
Unfortunately, time is not something I have much of. He actually looks around where there is still a crowd in here, even people filtering out. If it as much as I would like to do that, I cannot pass up the opportunity of the business your stories have brought me.
So what you're saying is that I shouldn't have let Carrick stay away and just ordered him to help.
And he smiles variety at you. Still,
My babies are here. I didn't have them.
still, it is a pleasure to have heard you speak. Enjoy the drink. It's all in the house, of course.
Thank you. It has been my honor.
And he nods firmly at you and sort of gives your arm a little shake again before he heads back to stop serving people. Gifton. Razem takes you to a bar quite far from the Sweet Succulent. Bar's the wrong word, tavern. Which is a little more fancy, it feels. The furniture is just a bit nicer. It's definitely not a Duragar bar, as the ceilings are quite a bit higher.
I would expect Razem to want to go someplace like this, yes.
And they get a little private table with you, and basically have drink brought over. What seems to be served here is some wine, some mead, and something particularly sweet. Most would find it sickening, but I think Gifton would be quite delighted by how sweet it is, knowing her tastes.
Gifton basically a hummingbird.
Yeah, basically.
Give me my sugar water, please. I mean, she's basically the hummingbird of angels, if you think about it.
Yeah,
She's small,
yeah.
she goes a little too fast, and she drinks all sugar all the time.
And as Relism sits with you, she goes, "I do quite good food here as well. If you have not eaten,
I have not, but I don't know if I feel like it. Thank you, though.
if you're going to be drinking, then you must have something in your belly. It is."
Oh, it's okay. You know, I am a very bad drinker anyway.
So I would be a bad person if I did not look out for you. And
Oh,
and she just sort of catches the attention of a server and orders a little platter of bread and fruits.
mhm.
And she looks at you and just goes, Are you okay?"
No, not really, but I have to be.
I know how that is. Still, even if this is how you have to be, do not feel you need to do not put a face up with me.
We all wear our masks.
She says with a smile.
Yes, that's true. It is good to let it slip now and then. Otherwise, it will drive you mad.
It is. I am very tired of being anybody but me, but that is who I am. Sometimes I am being someone else. I will probably have to go soon, like from town. I mean, so
It saddens me
I
to
don't-
hear.
I don't.
May I make a confession?
Yes.
I was hoping to come out here and woo you and impress you tonight.
Oh, we've always done that. It's fine.
I don't know. Catching you on the street and knocking you over, I don't think that's particularly impressive.
No, it impressed me.
Still, well, I am immensely...
I was very scared when I was being followed that something worse was going to happen, and then you swept me right off my feet.
Well, I am immensely charming.
You are.
Well, I would love to be the charmer. I feel that maybe perhaps you just need a comforting friend, yes?
I could use a friend, yes. And it is alright. You can charm at the same time.
She chuckles a bit before she actually sort of opens up her arm and sort of motions for you to come in closer.
I'll move it a bit.
And
Matter.
she wraps her arm around you very gently. Tonight, you can spend time with your charming friend. Maybe forget any troubles for a little bit.
Do you mind if I sing a little?
Of course not.
I'll try to be quiet.
You must not be quiet. You must be yourself. And if people are bothered by it, well, screw them.
Hmm.
I would love to hear you sing.
Okay. And I will sit here and I will sing with my dear friend Raz. And we will have a nice night together.
And she will more than happily spend the night with you. There is not a moment where she tries to hurry things along or get you out of here. How much are you going to drink, Gifton?
Cassie just died.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie just died. Okay, unfortunately, I never got to do the alcohol spiral I wanted to do for Thaldir's death.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna make up for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make up for that. This is the double header. This is Gifton probably should be stopped.
Okay, so she drinks with you through the night, and Gifton, you get very, very, very tipsy.
Yep.
What is Gifton like when she's tipsy?
Well, she usually gets a little weird when she's drunk.
She's already weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, usually when she gets inebriated, she gets a little giggly.
Okay, well, you're still in the bar with Raz when it's starting to get empty, and someone actually comes on up and just very politely clears the throat and goes, "We're going to be closing soon."
Oh yes, it is time to open the eye close. Yes.
Thank you for having us. I think I should be getting her back home. Come on, Trixie. How about we get going?
Okay.
And-
I'll find a way.
No. Yeah, and she's gonna stand up and she's sort of lifting you as she does.
I'm squinting around. I don't know this street.
It's not too far from mine. How about we get you home and you can rest?
Okay.
Okay, come on.
I'm just going to lay my head right.
Okay, I shall be carrying her, it seems. And yes,
Gifted, capable of sleeping anywhere.
that is the last you know,
Drool.
Gifton. Everyone else, Gifton doesn't come home that night.
I'll come home that night either.
Well, we're getting to you. We're getting it to you, Carrick.
I was drinking my voices away all night. Voices kept coming up in my head, wanting to ask me shit.
Carrick,
Just kept drinking.
the sun is actually already starting to come up. By the time you hear, are you going to go inside to Lars? Are you staying outside with the animals? What are you doing? Tiny hut. Okay. When you,
Probably the more respectful thing.
I am carrying my what do you call it? Brain worky bedroll, so I can cast that. And
you do your tiny
The
hut.
nice thing is that actually makes everybody comfortable in there. Would that keep the eggs okay?
I unfortunately can't. It's a 10
Is it comfortable
foot
and
radius.
dry?
Oh, it's comfortable and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mainly just. It honestly, the bigger reason is to keep my bedroll hidden so people don't see a modern bedroll.
About 15 minutes after you cast your tiny hut, Carrick, you're sort of getting comfortable inside. On one of the nearby walls, you actually see one of those crop-like creatures sort of pop up, flashing colours, and seems to be regarding you briefly before it just goes away, seemingly satisfied with what it's seen. Curious, if anything. And then
What the hell was that?
the sun is actually starting to come up by the time you hear camel hoofs and wagon wheels rolling nearby. A cart pulling up a distance away from the place, and you see Talal getting off, looking ragged, tired, and just sort of trudging back over towards his house. And when he gets to the edge of that pit, because I assume you set up your tiny hut within the grounds.
Yes, yeah, pretty
I'm
much
assuming the
next
cart
to our.
isn't down.
Yeah, right
Carts
next to
are down.
the
Yeah,
cart.
he looks a little surprised briefly.
When because it's set to opaque. When I hear that he's probably close enough to see it, I'm gonna step out and. Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend. You'd be welcome to go inside.
I did not want to take liberties while you were gone, and I'm keeping an eye on our new companions and emotions to the carts.
Oh, marvelous!
Good creatures.
That's not a purple one, egg. What is that?
Is he looking at the guards?
Yep.
Those are guard drakes. Those are more for my family, and
Those are expensive.
they are. I met a very wonderful lizard folk lady named Karana in the market.
One
and
second.
I seem to.
Gifton?
Yes?
You are going to have a very strange dream about Carrick.
No, I'm saying this out loud.
Oh no.
This is happening at some point while I'm really drunk.
Another there.
Yeah, I'm so
Okay.
drunk.
Another.
Yes, Taral, I hope you have not been waiting for me long.
Not that
If his
long.
coping mechanism isn't the best tonight.
There was some slight
That's fair.
complications. We are no longer have, unfortunately, one of our companions anymore.
What do you mean?
It is probably best not to go too much into details, but due to something that we do not know, the one that was the priestess is no longer with us.
So sorry to hear that, my friend.
She will be mourned in time when we can.
And he sort of fidgets a little bit. Someone that's not used to contact, but he sort of reaches an arm out and places his hand on your shoulder and just squeezes gently.
Thank you, my friend.
Would you like to come inside?
Like I said, he's gonna take some of the locusts and the Phoenix is asleep or awake.
The Phoenix is settling down at this point. It's like they're not.
They're calm. They're getting into the
pattern.
Low energy.
Yeah.
Let me double check the eggs, and I will be right in. And I'm gonna real quick make sure that their eggs are staying cold and warm before I do.
If you like, I can try and whip up something to control the temperature. Those.
I've been using some of my magic to keep them. I think we can, for now, keep it at that.
Perhaps tomorrow then. I am quite exhausted.
You and I both.
Perhaps I can pull out some extra blankets and such. You could stay the night, yes?
I would appreciate that. I'm gonna go pick up my bedroll and roll it back into its roll and tuck it away. Actually, I'm gonna bring it in because it'll be a beginning of the bed.
As he takes you in, he actually does try and clear a space for you. And you can tell he's quite tired. He's moving too slow. His eyes are struggling. He's clearly had a long and physically exhausting day.
Did everything at least turn out well?
It is hard to tell right now. I'm hoping that treatment is effective, but only time will tell.
May I ask what the malady was?
A sickness from the water. Something has made it turn.
Have they figured out what caused it so they could remove it?
It is a deep well. It is hard to tap that far down to begin with, let alone try and find out. We're hoping we can get a priestess out there to purify it. For now, we have moved some water out to them.
That is good. I could not imagine being out here for too long without fresh water.
No, but they will be supplied.
That is good.
By the daughter's grace, they should recover.
Yes.
Yeah, what does do you, my friend?
Yes, I've slept on far worse, so thank you.
Again, I am sorry for your loss.
Thank you. We do not know all of why or what, but we have some ideas of how it happened, but not why it started. But we believe we at least are safe for now, so. But we should get some rest. It's been a long day.
Yes, of course. Good night, my friend. Well, good day, my friend.
Yes.
Able to see you when the night comes.
Yes, and good rest to you.
And he heads off into his own room, leaving you there to rest.
Character, one little thing before you go to bed.
What's your character gonna do?
Cast my illusion of Talia.
Aww.
Oh, you're gonna snuggle up with a minor illusion of your wife.
He's gonna admire her before he passes out.
Aww.
Oh,
Okay. Right. And while Talday's telling stories, is there anything Shaxon and Corvus want to do?
Go ahead, Shax.
The Shax would probably sit and listen for a bit,
Mhm.
and then probably just head upstairs and he'd pull out the dimensional magic box thing and look at it, contemplating whether he wants to start messing with it or not.
Do you want to start messing with it?
Not tonight, I feel.
Okay.
But he's looking at it and trying to figure out basically a starting point without moving anything.
While you're looking at it, go ahead and give me a Arcana roll.
Okay.
has an Acme symbol on it.
He's just like that famous sculptor who spends hours studying the marble and then finally makes one chip at the end.
Well, there's no actual language or such on it. You do recognize some of the stylings used in its construction from your own magical academia study, you know. There are a lot of shapes and symbols on here that are worked into its natural patterning. They're not at the forefront. You wouldn't look at it automatically and assume that's what they are, but sort of subtly worked into it are plenty of shapes that are used in infernal binding. There is definitely something infernal for the nature of this thing.
We'll see if it helps. I believe, yes. If it does help, I do speak Infernal as well.
Well, again, there's no language on it, but
Okay.
a lot of the construction is similar stylings and symbology. My favorite word. What about you, Corvus?
Corvus is up in the room that he's in, and he's scribbling down different arcane sigils in his notepad, thinking of what to do, how to put them on things, how to utilize them effectively. He's coming up with contingency plans.
Corvus is coming up with revenge.
Okay.
Revenge.
And you spend the rest of the evening doing, the rest of the night doing that, and eventually you all retire to bed.
Corvus doesn't until he's satisfied with what he comes up with.
Well, you get a late rest in. Gifton. Pain.
Head.
Your mouth feels tacky. Everything feels funny.
This is why I don't drink.
And there's a sort of light flashing in front of your closed eyes. You know when you can see light through your eyelids?
I open my eyes.
Treble sort of waving a tentacle above your face, flashing at you.
Oh, which color is this?
It's
main
colours
danger?
of concern.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. Am I sleeping too much? Am I okay, Trouble?
Treble sort of coos at you soothingly and just pats your face.
Gotta scoop him up and give him a big pet.
Yeah.
Pet.
And as you're petting him, this isn't the inn room.
Where the hell am I?
And as you sit up in a very comfortable bed, it's a sort of very sparsely decorated
Do I
room.
still have my clothes?
You are wearing your shirt, underwear, but nothing else. You see everything actually pulled up beside the bed in front of, beside you, and across the room, sort of laying sideways in a chair, legs dangled over it, head hanging over one arm, is what looks like to be a sleeping Razem.
I'm going to go over and go, come on, wake up.
And there's a sort of fluttering open of eyes, and then a wince as they like reach up to the neck and slowly sort of shuffle themselves around to get up. Ow. Okay.
Oh, you okay?
Oh no, that's not good. And then
Oh,
there's that like
the
cracking sound.
Start rubbing their back.
Well, what time is it?
I don't know. I just know that I was woke up.
Hmm.
Oh, this is your place, huh? You should have used your bed.
What? No, that's very rude.
But I am little. We could have cuddled.
Oh, if I had known that, then I would have, but that would have been rude to do if I without asking.
You're sitting upright in a chair all night? That is terrible.
I
Or
am.
day. Sorry, I get very confused.
So, did you rest okay?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Good. And she sort of stands up and she does actually bring you into a hug.
You
Oh,
should not be worrying you so much. You have other things to do. You have business.
well, that's worry, and if I act as a concerned guardian, then I get to watch out for you some more, and that is very nice.
Oh.
As for business, well, that can wait.
Yes, I think it is a bit noisy out. Where it was. Oh, my head.
And
It got so many freaking sending spells last night, you don't even know.
Sending spells. Friends trying to keep up with you.
Trying to figure out if I was alive.
Should they be concerned that they have to check that you are alive?
Get to squint at Rizum for a moment. Yes, I am notorious at getting into trouble.
Well,
This one's gonna insight.
okay, go ahead and insight.
Because that was actually a fairly convincing deflect there. Probably don't get anything.
She looks genuinely concerned about you. They know you are okay?
Yes, I told them that I was with you and that I was fine and
Oh, good.
that I would be safe here because I felt like I would be.
Of course you would be. So, would you like to get some breakfast with me? I am a fairly good cook.
Oh, thank goodness you are, because I'm rubbish.
And she smiles and she actually kisses your forehead briefly before stepping on out of her room and just motioning for you to follow.
Oh, get my pants on.
Gifton can have a nice breakfast. And she just sort of very idly chatters about nothing in particular.
Hang on every word.
And by the time you're sort of starting to finish up the meal, she goes, "So you say you're going to be leaving soon?"
I have a feeling that they were talking about sending me away the other night, so I will probably be leaving town soon.
I suppose I could convince you to perhaps stay a little longer.
Ugh. What would we do?
Oh, we could go walk by the river. We could have a few nice meals, maybe some more drinks. You could spend some time here. I'd show you the sights, maybe some of the cuddling that we missed out on.
I will ask my friends if I can somehow be spared a few days. It sounds very tempting to me.
And she smiles brightly when you say that, and just reaches out across the table to take your hand. I would like that very much.
I would very much enjoy it.
If you cannot stay, you must come say goodbye at least.
No, of course I would come say goodbye, as long as I am able to. And if I cannot, I will grab one of my friends by the ears and I will shake them about and be like, "You know what my friend Razem looks like, and you will send her a message and tell her that I miss her." And I will hope that you will hear me from far away.
Can I ask where you are going?
Was that where or why?
Or where?
think it is very far away. I
Still, as far as you can go across this land, I would come see you. There's always demand for a blacksmith wherever I go.
mm. There are some places I go, not everybody can follow. It will be fine. I am surprisingly resilient. I've gotten this far.
She actually looks a little sad and just nods and goes, well, you shouldn't have to be resilient. Sometimes it is good to be soft and selfish and get something nice for yourself. Not worry about having to put on a face or...
That does sound like some very wise words somebody should remember.
My mother's words.
Your mother's words?
Hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your mother.
Oh, she was a grand woman. A little harsh at times, but she was kind nonetheless. Cared a lot.
Oh.
And I miss her dearly. But, she did her best with me, and I think she produced someone very fine.
She did. She produced probably the finest person I know.
Of course, it is only natural. Do you really want to hear about her?
Yeah, I do.
Right, okay. And she will actually spend some time talking about her mother, who was just a server in a bar for most of the time that she knew her. Her father wasn't in the picture much. Vanished when she was young.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, her mother passed some 20 years ago now. And no, nothing nasty, just old age. It's
Mm-hmm.
even drow.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll actually show you some charcoal pictures that she still has. That were basically sketched of her as a little girl and her mother.
Oh, this is very lovely.
And it's
I wish I had sketches of my mother.
she passed.
No, she's still going.
Then you can get sketches of your mother. And she smiles and taps your arm lightly.
She's just very far away. Very, very far away.
You can still see her, no?
Her and my father, and I miss my grandmother.
Ah,
She passed away.
I never knew my grandmother. It would be nice though.
My grandmother used to tell me stories to keep me calm and good during the day. My parents had to work.
Oh, really?
My brothers and sisters died in a fire.
Oh, God. She looked taken aback by that. And I'm so sorry.
It happened. We were a big family. There were many of us, but a fire. And my grandmother, though, she would tell me stories about all of them, and she would dance, and we would take our brooms and we would pretend we were great warriors doing some of the stories that she knew, because she loved to tell me stories.
She sounds like a wonderful woman.
She made it seem like being stuck inside all day wasn't so bad.
I'm stuck inside?
We could go. Yeah, I had to stay inside and be good while my parents were gone. They were very protective after all the loss.
They did not trust their community to raise you?
No, they did not. They were very suspicious. They did not know what to do. So it was just us. It was just the three of us, and it made the world very small. You know.
That is so sad to hear.
But I am out and about. They would very much disapprove of my antics, I can tell you.
Well, parents are not always right.
No, parents are not always right. But I like to tell my grandmother stories, even though she's gone. sing to her at night or pray. I hope she hears me. And I tell her of all the places I have been and all the people that I have met.
Maybe you could tell me one of her stories or sing one of your songs for me?
Maybe we will do that when we go for a walk along the river or something.
I would like that very much.
My dog is mad.
How much time do you have today?
Actually, no. You know what? I'm just gonna take out a sending stone and picking Jackson. Do you need anytime
Congratulations.
soon today?
Shaxton, you are awakened by a voice in your head.
No, this is a rock.
Oh, this is the rock?
Beep, beep,
Okay,
beep. Yeah,
there's
that's
a...
right. Rock.
I mean, to be fair, I think Shax is an early riser anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Shaxton's an early riser, but I think it's a lot of your schedules are also probably heavily thrown off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, his name is, I can't say it. It's Kaluza. Yeah, Kaluza. Kaluza, is it alright if I stay out a bit longer? I am not ready to come back yet. Let me know if we need to leave immediately or I need to go. And I will sit there and kind of hold the rock, kind of look at her. We'll see what they say.
And she's just looking curiously at the rock as you say that, and
Shax will be awakened by the thing and
you have not seen these things before, have you?
no, it's quite marvelous.
Yes, handy. Awkward looks from Gifton. Fuck me.
did it again.
Did it again. I have different ones for my different friends. It's just we said the symbol just got on them. Sometimes keeping them straight, because sometimes I grab the wrong one and somebody gets a weird message.
Shax will sit, listen to the message, contemplate for a second, and send back. I'll tell her what's going to be sent back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, you still I thought the last message in chat was what you were sending to her, and I was very confused. So, what is this cold bullshit?
I don't even know what's going on. This is gonna give a shy smile and go. You do a bit of magic, though.
A little bit. It is nothing
I
impressive.
can do that too. I can make the ice.
Oh really? Isn't it marvelous?
Ice is my favorite thing. You can do so much with it. The
So-
water is great.
Same here. So many people love the heat and like to feel a little warm, but nothing is better than feeling cool.
I love the rain. I could stand out in the rain forever.
God, the rain is such a rare thing. I have to experience it whenever it happens.
Mm. I have been given permission to spend the day how I want by the person I decided was in charge for right now. So I am yours until they yell at me.
Marvelous. Well, I have a strange coincidence. Turns out the forge is closed today.
Oh, what a shame.
I know it's tragic, but things happen.
Oh.
Well, I think we can relax a little more, and then perhaps we go for a walk. Yes.
Yes, we can go for a walk, and I can try to think of a really good story my grandmother told me.
And she smiles, and you get to spend a nice morning with Razem.
And there's a very carefully worded story about the time that Grandpa tangled with a large angry creature and got people to safety because he was a protector dude. Shifty eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She will regale you with a story of her own that her mother told her about how apparently her father came from the heavens and was the light of her life as long as he was around.
Aw.
No.
Okay.
Well, it is very clearly what you must have gotten to your eyes, because
Yes, he was a rare sight. I am surprised I did not get more from him. He came from a distant land.
oh, did he?
Fair-skinned, humans, they call them.
I'm back.
A human, you say? Oh, well, you have a way about you. He sounds very much like a dear friend of mine. I knew.
You've known humans?
I have known many types. Yes.
Oh, you have been many places then.
I have been very far.
She's been everywhere, man.
She's been
Yes,
everywhere.
your eyes there remind me of somebody I knew.
Thank you, Iris. She sort of reaches up and doesn't really touch her eyes because that's very uncomfortable to do, but, brushes her hand beneath them. It was
Just
teased
remove
for them a lot as a child.
That's a shame because they are beautiful. I will tell you a story. My friend used to tell me. He told me that his eyes were so beautiful that the gods got jealous and they had to make the sky match them, so that the rest of the world could know how great that color was. And I think you have the same color eyes.
She actually laughed very heartily at that. That is a wonderful story.
Yes,
I will have to
it was.
remember that line.
Yes, it was a really good one. I believed him for a long time. I actually still not sure if it is true. But don't tell him that because he will never let me live it down.
And she sort of chuckles along with you, and that is how you spend most of your day. She will take you out as well. Goes for a lovely walk. Shows you some of the spots she likes to get food at. She even tries to take you shopping.
Oh no!
Very very subtly, Oh, look, we've wandered into the market streets. Wouldn't this look nice on you?
Oh no!
And if
I am a good tailor. I could make you an outfit.
No. What? You need not make anything for me.
Oh, this is fun.
Well, I suppose if you want to tailor for me, you'd have to do a lot of measuring and all that. Yes.
Oh, I have to do lots of measuring. It would be very difficult, and I'd have to make you the finest coat that you've ever had in your life.
It'd be very hard to refuse.
Oh, yes, do it. And but we could have some fun. Maybe we could make something that matches.
I think that'd be quite delightful. I tell you what, you will let me get you this lovely necklace, which I still say matches your eyes perfectly.
Oh, it is so pretty.
And perhaps we can see if tailoring is something that can happen.
All right, that sounds fair.
All right, and she will get you a very lovely necklace.
Oh, great! I got a collar. Good.
All right, everyone else.
Yeah.
You awake through the day. Well, through the night, I should say. As the sun goes away. Carrick.
Yes.
You were actually nudged awake by Talal. My friend,
Yes.
your phoenix is screeching. I think they are hungry.
Feeling they're going to make an excellent alarm clock, it seems.
That they do. I had one when I was a boy.
They're
Crank up the damn thing.
quite adorable. They're
They are very sweet, but fairly noisy.
very loud.
Yes.
I should go check the eggs and everything also. I believe the others will be wandering back over here when they get up also.
Right, I'll make you something to eat. You check on the eggs, and I'll prepare for guests, I suppose, yes?
Yes. And I'm going to wander on out and...
Thankfully, the temperatures have kept somewhat through the day. Not perfectly so, but enough that you think the eggs are okay. You're able to sort them out again. The Fenix are very excited to see you.
I'm going to get out the locusts and start feeding them.
And there's that sort of happy circling, dashing about. Like, they don't just stay there and let you feed them. They have to take one, rush off of it, crunch, 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 spin about, come back.
I hope that when the little ones are born that they do not accidentally step on one.
And there's even a little bit squabbling between them over one of the locusts. As you watch one of the locusts that you did try and hand over, hop away to safety. Okay. Everyone else, Telday, Corvus, you're able to awaken as the inn starts to get more active.
My spell slots are back.
Your spell slots are back.
Immediately start using them for sending again.
Sadly,
And
yes.
you're able to filter out into the common room. Shaxton already awake and having something to eat, I imagine.
Yeah, calmly eating, having something to drink, and that, just generally getting prepared before. Once he finished eating, he'd probably go tell them he's going to go back to Talal's.
And what about Telday and Corvus? Are they going to go with? Are they going to do their own thing?
What are our plans for going to obtain this last ingredient?
Ask.
Ideally, we finish with what we are working on here, and then go to the other temple, ask her for one, and figure out how we're getting it from here to where we need it.
How soon do we intend to go?
As soon as Saxon and
As soon as Carrick and I have learned what we can, what we need to from Talal, and made sure it is cemented enough that we do not need more information later, with any luck. We've procured the eggs for the worms, we've procured other things. Most everything else is easy materials for us to get. It's just a matter of the thread and the knowledge. I would like to work with Talal and see exactly how this metal is worked once it's made, so we don't have to do guesswork on that, and we can keep as much of that rock as we can. So, ideally, a few days.
All right. I shall endeavor to learn more about this place before we leave.
That is probably a good thing as well. More information now makes it we have more that we can triangulate with or figure things out when we get back.
What do we wish to do about just kind of trail off and...
We know nothing about what happened, and we know nothing of where it happened at.
And further, if they ask for any of us who were traveling with her, we were unaware of what her true nature was.
I posed as a guardian of hers.
You were not aware of what she actually was.
Correct.
And that is the key of it, and we have to keep that in mind. We were deceived the same as everybody else, and that is the line we have to keep until we are in safer times.
And we shall attempt to avoid any attention grabbing. I understand.
Things aren't ready yet, but I'm working on something that will help us deal with angels that become problematic.
How so?
I can make a sort of delay banishment upon them. If they approach within a radius, I can shunt them back to where they've come from. And they cannot return because they are from a different plane entirely.
That would only provoke further attack.
It will give us time. If they're already coming to attack us, it gives us time to reorganize.
With what they're capable of, I don't know how much time we'd be able to use, but something is better than nothing.
It is.
Out of character, I'm assuming with the 27, I can probably suss out what he's doing arcane-wise.
I mean, frankly, it sounds like he's talking about banishment, so I don't think you could pinpoint exactly.
Yeah. But, I mean, generally the idea of a banishment spell, but specifically a delayed thing where they come in range.
Yeah, I mean, such things exist. Yeah.
Clip, symbol, that sort of thing.
Yep.
There is another option, very drastic option, that can affect them if warranted.
Do you mean to toss them into the void?
I would love to do that, but no, this is something of the arcane variant. Banishment is one thing. If you want to make an example, there is another way. It is more powerful, and that's why I need the phosphorus and mercury.
Are you seeking to kill?
If it comes to it, they killing us, yes. We're not specs.
We do not know that they are not either.
No. But we shouldn't be at their whims and mercies.
Okay.
I thought maybe I gotten over this with our mutual friend. And although this is a different time, they still do the same things. They are judge, jury, and executioner. It always have been.
Oh, no.
Out of character, I'll point out we're the same to everybody else, so we're no different.
Judge
Yeah.
Judy.
Judge Judy.
Exactly had that. in my head, too.
I have grown tired of being under them. And I'm going to make sure that we, as a group, never are again. If you don't want to take these options, you don't have to. But I am going to make them and have them available.
At the very least, we may not want to entertain the options when we are in a period where removing one could drastically affect things years and years from now.
This is for
In our own
place.
Yeah, in our place, yes.
Tread extremely carefully.
Yes, don't talk to anyone we don't need to. Don't give any information we don't need to. Generally find out what we can without giving up anything about ourselves if we can.
Meanwhile, Gifton having a sweet home style time.
I will remain here.
If either of you would like to come and learn from Talal, I do not think you would mind having another. But I'm going to head back there and see what more we need to know. And see if we can work that bar and learn its needs.
No, you do have a point. Splitting up is what got us into this mess. We weren't cohesive with anything that we've done. Torte, I know your willingness and desire to learn things here, and I commend you for that. You seem to have a better head than most.
He does also have the advantage of they seem to hold his speakers with
high
respect.
Yes.
And thusly he can go places and ask things that I don't think any other of us could get away with.
I will accompany you, Section. I'll let Gifter know that we'll be at Talal's in case she ever decides to.
She messaged me earlier and said that she wasn't feeling ready to come back yet and asked if she could stay away a bit longer. I told her it should be fine as long as she stays safe, and I will endeavor to get one of you to contact her if it is necessary for her to return.
All right. I will tell her this. We will either be at Talal's or at the tavern, the Sweet Supplement. We are not going to any temple.
She still has a stone to be able to contact Carrick, so...
Yes. We won't be going to any Heian or Sphinx temple. We're going to stay under those radars.
At least for now.
Okay.
Torte, just tread very, very softly, please.
Or they moves even slower.
Crunch.
Are you sending
Oh,
that as a
crap.
message, Corvus?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Gifton. V will be with
Talal.
Talal or at the Sweet Succulent. We-
Her bags are just... One second.
Will
No, it
not
would actually be in your
go
head.
to any temple. Stay safe. Stay hidden.
Gifton will take out the stone and listen to the
Nah, it's
message.
straight to your head.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
so
something,
okay.
not a stone, remember?
I go straight to your head.
I suddenly clutch the sides of my head. Oh, I hate it when he does this. This is very loud. Oh.
My messages.
Yes. One moment. Understood. I will stay away from all of those things and stay hidden and quiet. I am sorry. I will find you later.
Are you vocalizing when you do this?
Yeah.
You see her frown.
I kind of think Gifton's kind of misrepresenting the message she's getting.
Your friends, they often tell you to stay quiet and...
It is necessary right now.
No, and Gifton, she's picking you up.
Yep.
And she's trying to get you up on her shoulders.
No.
What are you trying to do? No.
You are going to be up there,
No.
and you're going to sing for me as we go.
No, I am.
Uh-huh.
No.
No, well, I suppose I will have to sing, and I am not a good singer. And as she's walking along with you, she starts to sing quite loudly.
Gifton's eyes turn to dots. She looks genuinely surprised, and she's just suddenly struck with, I don't know who the fuck this is now.
This isn't Raz. Abandoned ship.
Just because somebody has the first name
Raz doesn't sing! Raz doesn't sing!
Raz doesn't sing.
I think it's about 10,000 years
Gifton
ago.
just started being like, oh
Different-
no, who have I been tormenting with flirting? Shit, this is a real person!
Different body, different ability to say.
No, Raz never sang like in any because he regretted he never sang for Taniel. That was his thing. Oh,
He dances poorly, but he doesn't sing.
I will point out the thing I pointed to Gifton earlier. Might be his kid.
Yeah,
maybe,
it may be a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, Gifton is just burying her head against Rizzo's back and just is hugging tight.
And she carries on singing as she goes along with you.
Just because I'm a dick, I will also send her a sending.
Stop sending me brain messages! Rizzo's gonna hear on her back.
At least they are concerned for you, I think. Yes?
Oh, yes, they are.
And she glances back at you and smiles softly and goes, really though, do not be quiet just because you were told.
Nah, the smart thing sometimes, when the situations, you have to keep them in mind what they're doing,
Well, the situation now is you are out walking with someone very lovely.
I am, and I need to apologize to you.
What for?
I thought you were somebody else.
What do you mean?
Nothing. You won't get it.
No, try me.
Yeah, you reminded me of somebody I thought I knew, but
A good person?
the very best.
Uh,
But
she is good looking as me.
it is a very hard contest. I do not know which one is better.
Oh, surely it's obvious though.
Yeah, it's different in
different ways.
You
He
feel a
has
ripple of
beautiful
muscles
eyes.
next to you as you're holding onto her back.
But yes, I should apologize for that. I made a big mistake there, but I am very happy I am getting to know you.
As long as me being someone else is not a disappointment.
No, it is just as wonderful.
Good.
I entirely know what it is like to be mistaken for somebody else. I thought you might have just been a friend who didn't know me.
She pauses briefly and glances back at you again because you're often mistaken for someone else.
Sometimes it can be really awkward.
I have my doubts. You are fairly short and it's adorable, but you do not see many drow women like that.
Oh, you won't be.
I think you should be proud of it. We all have our unusual traits, and learning to be good with them is, well... She winks a little bit. I have blue eyes. You are short. I think it's beautiful on both of us.
Kirsten's teeth that I'm short is she's in her heart. She's railing. I'm tall.
And
You're really tall for a short person.
Really tall for a short person. One moment I need to message my friends back that are being very sweet.
do you need me to put you down?
No, I can just hook onto you. This is fine.
Oh, good.
I
It's good because I'm not.
fine. Many messages. I'll be okay. I'll explain later. And I'm gonna give her a hug around the back, and then I'm going to start joining in singing with her.
Yeah. She seems very happy about this.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So I'm going to ask all of you. There are not major things that are happening now. There is just learning and just general city stuff. Would you all like to go through it in just talking about what's going on, rather than?
I think that'd be a little
play for the
easier
next few
than just
days.
playing through the next 2 days.
Okay. All right. In that case, what we are going to do is we are actually going to call it here.
No!
And we will talk about this stuff after the session and during the weekend, all that usual jazz.
Okay.
Okay, right. Everybody take that tasty 3,000 XP.
F
3,000 XP.
for Cassiopeia still shot.
I hope people will get fried chicken.
Can we get 2,000 extra because Casco beat Angels?
Yeah, we knew that Cass nuked angels for us. Come on.
What do you think, Toby?
I want all that XP to myself for my next character.
Well, Cass can have it.
Cass would have it, which means the average of the party would go up and you come in at the same level as everybody else.
We don't have to split anymore.
Yes, Toby,
Yeah.
do them and Lus, your new character, deserve an extra 2,000 XP?
That makes us level 18, Toby. That makes you level 18.
Oh,
Say
you
no,
could say
Toby.
no, and it'd be very funny.
Get my cat.
They didn't
Say
get your
no.
cat.
Didn't
because
get your
you-
cat.
Oh, why would we get your cat?
They actually can't get your cat for you at this point. You know that, right?
I guess Corvus might be able
No,
to.
no,
Corvus
because
could.
they're expecting the priestess to come pick her up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But wasn't Corvus with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and not only
but
is
that
the
doesn't
priestess
mean
ray gone,
that
that necklace is gone too.
the cat could be like, no, I only want master woman.
Yeah, they can have it.
Okay, everyone gets another 2,000 XP on top of that. 5,000 XP
didn't.
total.
Okay, editing the thing.
Right,
I'm level 19, but
and we will do this same time next week.
Any piety?
Oh, yeah, that's right. What's your party right now, guys?
13
13.
for
13?
non
Okay,
people.
we're going to go up to 20.
oh my god.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm probably going to bump you up to the next stage, the next session, and then we will start going a bit slower from there.
Because because for those who went, if we were doing the traditional, we'd be at like 80 something. if we'd
So I
started at
have
the
a
beginning.
question. Was there all those Ellen angels there because they were totally gonna save Gifton? Totally shifty eyes.
There's stuff you will discover in coming week.
Oh.
The answer is no, but you're going to discover that eventually.
Well,
Yeah.
I am so sad that there's a shame that Raziel is really good at fucking gaslighting Gifton into thinking that's not Raziel.